For kids to learn the fundamentals of football through a competitive yet inclusive environment. These leagues are available in the fall and spring for kids of all ages. Find a league near you at colts.com/flag.
This is Steve Wagner with Wagner Reese Law Firm, proud partners of your Indianapolis Colts. With teamwork and dedication, the Colts have established a long track record of success. For over 20 years, the team at Wagner Reese has established a similar track record, representing Hoosiers in personal injury and wrongful death cases. When the stakes are the highest, call Wagner Reese for a free consultation at 317-569-0000 or visit us at wagnerreese.com. Wagner Reese, proud partners of the Indianapolis Colts.
Hey Colts fans, we hear you out there tailgating, barbecuing, and cracking a few cold ones. You've got it all, but you're missing one essential item, the bathrooms. Take your game day experience to the next level by renting a Service Sanitation luxury restroom trailer. Score big with multiple stalls, climate controls, and even running water sinks. Perfect for game days, weddings, and other VIP events. Upgrade today by visiting ServiceSanitation.com. That's ServiceSanitation.com, portable provider of the Indianapolis Colts.
JMI Mechanical Services is your locally owned and operated leader for all commercial mechanical service needs. Our technicians train year-round to make sure they are qualified to handle all of your HVAC, plumbing, and building automation projects. For over 40 years, JMI is your one-stop shop for K-12, hospitality, healthcare facilities, and other commercial clients. From preventative maintenance to large projects, we've got you covered. Just like the Colts, you can rely on JMI.
Colts fans, looking for a winning dining experience? Look no further than Prime 47, Indy's Steakhouse. Located just a short walk from Lucas Oil Stadium, Prime 47 is the perfect spot to celebrate a victory or fuel up before the game. Enjoy exceptional steaks, handcrafted cocktails, and top-tier service in the heart of downtown Indy. Book your reservation now at prime47.com. Prime 47, Indy's Steakhouse, where the pros go.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Trax.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues. Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your Central Indiana Chevy dealers today.
Hey, this is JMV. Join me weekday afternoons at 3 on 107.5 and 93.5 FM, The Fan.
We now return to the countdown to kickoff presented by Hayes & Sons. Hayes & Sons, we do restoration right. Today's game is also brought to you by Ascension St. Vincent. Ascension St. Vincent, listening to you, caring for you. Now, once again, here's your pregame host, Casey Valier.
And we're back here on Countdown to Kickoff on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network. I'm your host, Casey Valier. It is time to turn on the tape and check out today's Game Day Scouting Report. We saw the Colts and Packers host a joint practice on Thursday. A lot of really good work from the ones and the twos on Thursday. As the Colts move into this 2025 season, they do so with a couple new faces on the offensive line. One guy that looks to have taken a big step in that direction for being the starting center in his second season is Tanner Bortolini. He was in a position battle with Danny Pinter, but Danny Pinter has been dealing with an injury that has kept him sidelined, and Bortolini has made the most of his opportunities. And his position coach, Tony Sperano Jr., spoke with the media this week about how impressed he has been with the growth of Tanner Bortolini in his second season in the NFL.
I've been really pleased with Tanner. You know, I think he's getting better as the weeks progress. I'm happy with how quickly he's identifying things. I'm happy with the way in which he's running the line of scrimmage. And obviously, he's uniquely talented. He's really athletic. And he's got good strength in his body. So I've been really pleased with him. I think he's done a nice job.
Well, a guy that's really helped Bortolini grow quickly into his second season is Quentin Nelson. Nelson, one of the biggest leaders inside that Colts locker room. And Tony Sperano talked about what makes Quentin such a great leader.
I think he does a tremendous job leading by
State had a nice debut last week against the Ravens. 3 targets, caught all 3 for 40 yards. But it's not the quarterbacks who are the only ones who have been impressed by the rookie. Quentin Nelson has been impressed at Warren's work ethic and how he wants to always get better.
He has really just been like a great rookie. Each day,
he hasn't been able to put it together. He dropped the ball that was actually a great throw, and I don't know if you saw the interview.
It was a great throw.
He's in there doing bicep curls and some shrugs and triceps. Like, what are you doing, rookie? You're trying to make me look bad, all this stuff. And then he's just been really consistent, tough. He's already shown a lot of toughness and just consistency every day. I feel like you don't see the kid have a bad day, but you talk to him and he's always like, I could do better, and you just love to see that, someone who is humble and wants to get better each day.
Always great to have the full support and confidence from Quentin Nelson. He has that in rookie Tyler Warren. The debut of Lou Anarumo's defense last week had some bright spots. The defense had 2 interceptions. They limited the Ravens to just 49 passing yards. They were also really good on third downs. The Ravens converted on just 35% of those third down opportunities. As for Lou's defensive strategy during the preseason, he focused on how the guys are getting off blocks, making tackles, and just playing fast because they aren't game planning.
My approach, our approach, Shane's approach, especially on our side, is we're not game planning anything. It is basic calls and go watch guys run, cover, get off blocks, and tackle. I don't want anybody making an error. I want them just to see how they play. And to me, that's the best way you find is, you don't necessarily game plan in the preseason. We're just looking to see who can play fast.
It's time to turn our attention to special teams, which is always presented by Damar. Remarkable people, remarkable results. The special teams unit, it was an area that struggled in that game against the Ravens last week. They allowed an 87-yard punt return for a touchdown and a total of 265 return yards. Special teams coordinator Brian Mason talked about what happened on the punt return for a touchdown and how it needs to be fixed moving forward.
We have 3 players that have the returner corralled in a really good position to be able to make the play. We've got to be able to be under control and work on the fundamentals of our tackling. We have one guy that's out of control that kind of takes out another one of our guys. Another guy ends up missing the tackle. The ball gets out into space. We dive and leave our feet to miss 2 more tackles. We've got to gather. We've got to be able to wrap and squeeze, run our feet to be able to do our job and tackle. That's an inexcusable coverage errors that we had to start that game. Guys got a little bit more comfortable and settled in as the game went on. Obviously, we'll continue to give guys more opportunities as we work through preseason and joint practice to see some of those things, but we definitely have to fix tackling. That's probably our number one thing.
The tackling has been emphasized as of late, working on live tackling on special teams, because during training camp, the area of the game that really doesn't get a lot of work during the periods are tackling, because a lot of them are simulated tackles to avoid taking players to the ground. Mason, he also talked about the kicking competition and how Spencer Schrader has the leg up currently in that kicking battle between he and Maddox Trujillo.
Spencer Schrader, I think, overall has been doing a really good job. He's made 87% of his kicks overall throughout training camp. I think he's kicking better in training camp than he was in OTAs. I think he's kicking better in week 3 of training camp than he was in week 1. Obviously, anytime you have a new starting kicker, there's going to be some bumps in the road, but I think he's getting more comfortable. I think he handled pregame really well in Baltimore. It certainly has the leg up in this competition. Maddox is kicking 78% versus him kicking 87%. So Spencer will start to get a bulk of the load as we move forward today. He had a majority of the kicks today in practice. He will be the starting kicker and the only kicker that will kick this weekend on Saturday against the Packers.
And that's going to do it for our special teams preview presented by Damar. Remarkable people, remarkable results. It's time for another quick timeout. When we come back, Matt Taylor and Joe Wrights, they're going to rejoin us on the other side. This is Countdown to Kickoff on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Join the gridiron action in Indianapolis with Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app to bet the Colts game or all the game day excitement across the league. Plus, every bet earns with Caesars Rewards, so you can score big at more than 50 destinations. Must be 21. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Caesars Sportsbook is a proud sports betting partner of the Indianapolis Colts.
Hey, Colts fans, score a big home win with a new Carrier home comfort system. Carrier offers a full lineup of efficient solutions for a range of heating and cooling needs and price points. Visit Carrier.com/Colts to start exploring the perfect system for your family. Carrier,
proud partner of the Indianapolis Colts. Turn to the experts.
This is Colts linebacker Zaire Franklin. Before any coach, teammate, or fan believed in me, my family believed in me. Because they believed in me, I believed in myself. Now I show up to believe in others. One place I do that is Damon. Damon needs believers like me and you, people who show up for those in need. Have you got the heart of a believer? Get involved. Join the cause at damar.org.
Right now at Kittle's Mattress Max. Choose a new king-size mattress from Beauty Rest, Sealy, or Serta and pay the queen-size price. Or get a queen for the price of a twin. Plush, medium, firm, even pillow top. Plus now save up to $625 on Serta High Comfort or up to $900 on Beauty Rest Black. Kittle's has the largest inventory so you can sleep better tomorrow night. Plus 0 interest and every mattress we sell is made in America. Only at Kittle's Mattress Max.
Did you know the Hoosier Lottery is the only lottery named after its people? That means you.
Me?
Yep. And you.
Me?
Yes. And all of you.
Us?
That's right. And we believe all of you could enjoy some play in your day. Even better, when you play Hoosier Lottery games, you support Indiana. Since 1989, you've given back more than $7 billion to good causes across our state.
Right.
When you think of it like that, there's so much to play for. Hoosier Lottery. Champions of play. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Touchdown!
From the biggest of the big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go!
Run, James!
No. First base!
Go, go, go! Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
You want your car to always look its best, but you don't want to spend all day buffing and polishing. That's why you need Lucas Slick Mist Speed Wax. It's the fastest way to a showroom shine. Just spray, wipe, and admire the results. Check out the entire line of Lucas Slick Mist products at lucasoil.com. Lucas Oil is the official oil of the Indianapolis Colts and is used throughout Lucas Oil Stadium. Lucas Oil. It works.
Join the gridiron action in Indianapolis with Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app to bet the Colts game or all the game day excitement across the league. Plus, every bet earns with Caesars Rewards, so you can score big at more than 50 destinations. Must be 21. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Caesars Sportsbook is a proud sports betting partner of the Indianapolis Colts.
This is Jeff Rickard. We talk all things Colts every weekday morning, 7 o'clock on the Fan Morning Show.
We're back on the Countdown to Kickoff presented by Hayes & Sons. We do restoration right. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Caesars Sportsbook, a proud sports betting partner of the Indianapolis Colts. Here's your pregame host, Casey Valier.
Welcome into Colts football on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network. I am your host, Casey Valier. Today's game is brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Let's insurance together. Find a dedicated agent and get a quote at infb.com. It is time to send it back to Matt and Joe for Why Does It Matter? Fellas?
Indeed. Why does it matter? We're going to break down some important facts and figures and other information going into the game today and break down why it matters and how it could impact today's action and heading into the regular season coming up for the Colts. So, Joe, Daniel Jones going to start the game, but the plan is for Anthony Richardson to receive overall more work here in this first half against the Packers. Last week, Jones against the Ravens, 10 for 21 passing, 144 yards, had 3 explosive throws of more than 20 yards. But like you said in the open, skilled players around him had a couple of drops. There was a touchdown pass to Ashton Dulin that was called back due to a penalty. So in a joint workout on Thursday against Green Bay, Jones was unofficially 13 for 19 in the passing game, had a couple of sacks that would have counted. They wear the red jerseys and blow the whistle, things like that. But there was also an interception that he threw in that joint workout as well. But as it relates to today, procedurally, Joe, why does it matter that Jones starts the game after Richardson started the game last week but only played those 7 snaps against the Ravens?
Well, man, I think it's important because you're going to go out there with the ones. You're going to go out with the first-team offensive line. You're going to go out there with the skill positions and all the same timing reps, everything you've worked on all throughout camp. Now you get to do it when the bright lights are on. So Jones, again, expected to play a few series, then they'll turn it over to Anthony Richardson. We'll see how long the rest of the starters stay in there. If they stay in for a series or two with Richardson, I think a lot of that depends on if you have a 12-play drive and go score a touchdown versus if you go 3 and out. So, again, excited for Jones and excited for Richardson to both get another opportunity to win this job. And, again, preseason games matter probably the most in terms of how important it is, like you said, when you're playing with live bullets under the lights.
Well, let's talk about the cornerback depth on defense. You know, going into training camp, you could argue that the cornerback room and the depth there may be the strongest and deepest on the team, but the Colts have lost Justin Wally, torn ACL, out for the season. Jalen Jones with a hamstring, Juju Brents with a hamstring, Kenny Moore II hasn't practiced the last couple of days with a knee, and even though a couple of those guys are probably going to come back for the regular season week 1 against the Dolphins, the Colts are in need of a few unlikely players to step up for depth, especially today. So why does it matter the Colts get a really good look at a couple of guys like Alex Johnson, Jonathan Edwards, who could make this team after going into training camp? You thought, okay, it's going to be tough for them to crack that code, maybe a practice squad spot, but the reality of it is now, Joe, the Colts need all the help they can get because of the injuries there.
Exactly, and a unit that was really deep a few weeks ago now all of a sudden looks thin, and I always go back to if the game started tomorrow, who are we playing? And so there's going to be a chance for some of those guys, those younger guys, to step up and say, hey, I can be the cornerback opposite Ward, or I can be the backup cornerback if need be. And, you think you feel great about Ward, you feel great about Kenny Moore. Justin Wally, just feel horrible for him because he was having a great camp and was looking to project to be, a starter day 1 as a rookie, the 3rd-round pick. And then with the injuries to Jones and Brents, how soon do they get back? And I think, you want to have time and ample time to gear up for the season. Week 1 against Miami is 22 days away, so the clock is starting to tick, and the clock's going to tick a little bit sooner. So secondary and especially corner, definitely a position of emphasis to watch today.
All right, last one, I want to stay on defense. The Colts are definitely getting some flash plays from their young defensive linemen here. Rookie JT Tuimoloau last week in Baltimore. He finished the game with a sack, 2 quarterback hits, had a couple of tackles for loss, had a forced fumble, and then second-year defensive end Laiatu Latu. He's been a wrecking ball in training camp so far, and he showed out in that joint practice on Thursday against Green Bay as well. He's trying to build off a rookie season last year where he had 36 pressures. He had 4 takedowns, looking for more this year. So, Joe, why does it matter that the Colts continue to see good growth out of those 2 young pass rushers and for them to have big seasons up front for this defensive line?
Because you got to have impact rushing the passer in this league, Matt. And I think Tuimoloau really showed some nice flashes.
Done.
Thank you. Thank you. In the game against Baltimore, not only against the pass, but against the run, too. He's a two-way player that can do both. Was very productive at Ohio State. You'd expect that to continue. But Latu is the guy I'm most excited about, Matt.
Yeah.
He has had a great camp. He has really emerged, and if he can be somebody that's a game wrecker, somebody that the offensive coordinators lose sleep about, the ambient player that Coach Venturi talks about, that can be a game changer for this defense because we really haven't had one of those since Freeney and Mathis. And when you have a guy that can close it out and be your closer coming off the edge, big reason for me watching Latu up at camp every day in Grand Park, he's in year 2. The game slows down. And Bob Knight used to say, the more you think, the slower your feet are. And I think for any rookie, you're thinking about a lot. Is it run? Is it pass? What's my responsibility? What do I have to do? Versus now he can just relax and play, let his instincts, let his athleticism take over.
Yeah.
He's got really good hands. He's got that outside chop move, and he can bend the edge and get to the quarterback quick. He can go inside. He's building his pass rush repertoire. So Latu's a guy that I'm really excited to watch, not only today, but as this season goes on.
Yeah, I've done hundreds of countdown to kickoffs. That's our first Bob Knight reference.
There you go. Done. Well, there's a lot of IU fans, I'm sure, listening. And
don't throw a chair at me now. All right,
we'll see how you do in the second half.
That was Why Does It Matter? A look at some important areas to keep in mind for the Colts going into the game today. Also, Colts fans, enter the Tailgate Blitz Sweepstakes presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors for your chance to win 2 tickets to a Colts home game, 2 pregame sideline passes, a tailgating pack from Academy Sports and Outdoors, and a lot more. 5 winners will be selected this season. Learn more at Colts.com/academy. All right, kickoff. Colts and Packers coming up just past 1 o'clock. We'll have all the play-by-play coming up for you then. But for now, we send it back to Casey Valier for more of the Countdown to Kickoff.
Thanks a lot, Matt. Up next, we're going to get Joe Wright's keys to the game. This is Countdown to Kickoff on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
When it comes to sports, there's always a winner and a loser. But when it comes to your sports book, it's a different ballgame. With Fanatics Sportsbook, you get fan cash back on your bets, win or lose. Thanks to Fan Cash, when you bet with Fanatics Sportsbook, even if you lose, you win. Download Fanatics Sportsbook, proud sportsbook partner of the Indianapolis Colts, and get your game day bets in today. Fan Cash subject to additional terms. Must be 21 plus. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
At Corteva Agriscience, we know the importance of home field advantage. Whether the field is 100 yards of gridiron grass or 100 acres of American farmland, Corteva is proud to support our communities on and in the fields, providing them with the tools to address today's needs and tomorrow's challenges. And that's why you'll always find us cheering on the Colts every week and working with our farmers every day. Corteva, enriching the lives of our communities. Visit Corteva.com for details.
Love tailgating but dread the hassle of setting up? Let the pros handle it for you. Enter the Kickoff with Knopf tailgating sweepstakes for a chance to win the ultimate VIP tailgating experience before a Colts game. Win 8 game tickets, 2 parking passes, and a $100 Meijer gift card for all your tailgating snacks. Don't miss out. Enter now at Colts.com/Knopf. That's Colts.com/KNAUF. Knopf Insulation, proud partner of the Indianapolis Colts.
Do you want to kick it with the Colts on the field of the next home game? Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance is giving you and 3 guests a chance to be on the field during kickoff. Enter today for a chance to see the Colts take the field and watch kickoff. Then enjoy the game from VIP field level seats and more for the ultimate game day experience. Are you ready to kick it with the Colts? Enter today at Colts.com/IFBI.
At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we've spent 80-plus years in the business of fun. Expert fishing fun. Early morning hunting fun. Late night, need new cleats before tomorrow morning's game fun. Relaxing fun. Mouth-watering fun. So whatever fun adventure you're gearing up for, you'll find it for less at Academy Sports and Outdoors and at academy.com.
Popsicles, sprinklers, a cool breeze. Talk about refreshing. You know what else is refreshing this summer? A brand new phone with Verizon. Yep, get a new phone on any plan with Select Phone Trade-In and My Plan. And lock down a low price for 3 years on any plan with My Plan. This is a deal for everyone, whether you're a new or existing customer. Swing by Verizon today for our best phone deals. 3-year price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate only. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
Sounds like it's time to call Hayes & Sons. Fire, floods, mold, and other disruptive events can wreak havoc on your home or business. That's when the Hayes & Sons team goes into action. We've got your back. From assessing the damage and taking immediate steps to secure your home, to working with your insurance to ease the pain, and from restoring contents to repairing and rebuilding, so your home feels just like it did before it was hit by the storm. When disaster strikes, call Hayes & Sons. We do restoration right.
This is Matt Gonzalez, and the Colts play here every week. 92.5, 107.5 The Fan.
We return once again to the Countdown to Kickoff presented by Hayes & Sons. Enter the Kicking It with the Colts sweepstakes presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance for a chance to be on the field during kickoff and enjoy the game from VIP field level seats. Enter today at Colts.com/IFBI. For more pregame coverage, here's Casey Valier.
Well, welcome back to Countdown to Kickoff. It is time for the keys to the game presented by Fanatics Sportsbook. Let's send it back to Matt Taylor and Joe Wright. Matt?
All right, thank you, Casey. Let's talk about keys first on offense. The Colts today will continue to play both quarterbacks competing for the starting job heading into the regular season. Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones Richardson played just 7 snaps last week in Baltimore before he left that game with a dislocated finger. So Joe Jones is going to start the game, but Richardson will play most of the first half, according to head coach Shane Steichen. But those quarterbacks are going to be going up against the Packers defense that last season. I know the starters aren't going to play, but the remnants are there of a defense that last year ranked number 6 in the NFL in points allowed, number 5 in yards allowed, number 7 in rushing yards allowed, and they were number 4 in total takeaways. They had 31 in 2025, Joe. So what are the keys today for this Colts offense today?
Number 1, Matt, score touchdowns. Sustain drives, get down the field, and finish in the end zone with 6, and don't settle for a field goal for 3. Whether it's Richardson or Jones, whoever's in there, especially this, and Green Bay's not playing their starters, you want to see the offense go out and score touchdowns. And number 2, how does this offensive line look? You got some new starters in there, and Bordolini, Matt Gonzalez at right guard. Looks like Jalen Travis is going to get the start at left tackle. That's a big point. Who's going to be that third tackle and that swing tackle that's got to be versatile, play right and left? He's played mostly on the right side so far throughout camp. So what a great chance to get game refs on the left side. Obviously, you got Quentin Nelson and Braden Smith, who are those stalwarts in there. But that offensive line playing together for the first time in a real game, looking forward to watching them lead this offense because, Matt, I think when you think about the Colts, we've talked a lot about the quarterbacks, and almost always the stats are what? How are they doing throwing the ball and completing the ball? This is still a running team in an identity. When you got Jonathan Taylor back there, when you have Shane Steichen's offense with all the different zone reads, quarterback designated runs, they're in the top 5 last year in terms of called runs, and Jones and Richardson can both run those. This is still a running team, and I want to see that offensive line get nasty and dirty and come off the ball with some fire today against Green Bay.
All right, so the Colts defense will see their starters play about a quarter today, so that means we're going to see, I'm excited about this, Charvarius Ward and Cam Bynum on the game field for the first time in a Colts uniform, Joe. So what are the keys today for the Colts defense to have a good showing?
Number 1, show the new culture. Lou Anarumo wants to be more aggressive, wants to attack more, play some tighter coverages, do some different things. So whether it's the starters, the 2s, the 3s, whoever's in there, that new culture and how the Colts are going to be attacking on defense and that more aggressive mindset. And then number 2, watch the pass rush. The pass rush and the secondary are tied hand in hand. With a better secondary, it should increase that pass rush. But who are some individual guys that are going to flash? Somebody that can get pressure off the quarterback. Again, this game at the end of the day comes down to special moments, game-breaking moments. Sacks, interceptions, sack fumbles. And I want to see who on our defense continues to emerge as a legitimate pass rush threat.
And then lastly, the third phase of the game, special teams for the Colts. Obviously, they're throwing a lot of different guys on those units here with a 90-man roster in the preseason. Brian Mason, the special teams coordinator this week, said that, hey, in Baltimore, we use 54 different players on special teams. When you have that many guys, Joe, it might lead to some breakdowns. That's what happened against the Ravens. The Colts allowed an 87-yard punt return for a touchdown. They allowed a 69-yard kickoff return in the first half in Baltimore. What do you want to see cleaned up on the third phase of the game today, as a lot of those guys playing in special teams, as you know, they're fighting, scratching, and clawing, trying to make this roster.
Exactly. And special teams, I'm glad we're talking about it. Often never talked about, but it's the third of the game. And when you win games in the NFL, you have to play complementary football. Offense, defense, special teams. So whoever's in there, we got to clean up the coverage. The punt return touchdown, 80-yard kickoff return last week. So I'm sure Coach Mason, had a lot of positive things to point out about film and things we got to correct. And then the kicking battle. Spencer Schrader looks to be the leader in the clubhouse. He had a 64-yarder, looked great on Thursday against Green Bay, but going against Baltimore, makes a couple, misses one. But you want Spencer Schrader to go out there and make all his kicks today when he's kicking a field goal or an extra point.
Yeah, he will be the only kicker that the Colts use today, according to Brian Mason. He's in that battle between he and Maddox Trujillo, undrafted rookie free agent out of Temple. But Schrader will get all of the responsibilities in the kicking game this afternoon. And those are Joe's keys to the game, presented by Fanatics Sportsbook. And when we come back, we'll dive into the injury report and also give you the would-be starting lineups if today were a regular season game for the Colts. That's all coming up next when we come back here at Lucas Oil Stadium. We're back in just a moment on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Join the gridiron action in Indianapolis with Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app to bet the Colts game or all the game day excitement across the league. Plus, every bet earns with Caesars Rewards, so you can score big at more than 50 destinations. Must be 21. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Caesar Sportsbook is a proud sports betting partner of the Indianapolis Colts.
Midwest Landscape Industries offers professional services with sophisticated results. We provide a premier experience in every aspect of landscape consultation, service, and management for both estate and commercial properties. MLI specializes in managing your entire property and installation while effectively communicating throughout the process. We focus on landscape management, development, irrigation, and robotics for all of your project needs. Midwest Landscape Industries is proud to be the official landscape partner of the Colts. Visit MLI-IN.com to learn more about our services.
Colts fans, are you ready to be part of a winning team? Virgin Held, a proud partner of the Indianapolis Colts, is looking for passionate individuals to join our championship roster in property management. If you have skills in maintenance, customer service, construction, or operational leadership, text BHAM to 21,000 for exciting opportunities. Join a nationally recognized leader in multifamily real estate headquartered right here in Indianapolis. Virgin Held is investing in communities to transform lives. We'd love for you to be part of our team today.
As a Colts fan, your game day experience starts at the front gate. And with Alvarado's U.S. manufactured admission solutions by Dormacaba, you won't miss a minute of gridiron greatness. Our self-serving ticket scanning pedestals provide frictionless gate entry, allowing you to easily tap or scan your mobile device for quick stadium access. From stadiums and arenas to major theme parks and general admission events, choose Alvarado and access the exceptional. Visit select entrances to experience frictionless gate entry today.
Colts fans, don't just watch greatness, sip it. Carbless is your new MVP. Premium, ready-to-drink cocktails with 0 carbs, 0 sugar, only 100 calories, and flavor that actually wins. Whether you're tailgating, couch gating, or celebrating a Colts win at Lucas Oil Stadium, Carbless is smooth, crisp, and never too bubbly. Carbless, proud partner of the Indianapolis Colts, and proud to be your go-to game day cocktails. Available in-stadium and at your local retailers. Must be 21 and up. Enjoy your bliss responsibly. Visit drinkcarbless.com for details.
Tailgate like a pro with Ortega and enter now for your chance to win a Colts game day experience along with a Tailgate Fiesta Pack. Start your game day with a VIP tailgate at Bullseye Event Center with 3 of your friends. Then head to the game with 4 tickets and a parking pass, all while sporting your favorite Colts player's jersey from the Colts Pro Shop. Visit Colts.com/Ortega, a proud partner of the Indianapolis Colts.
At Ruoff Mortgage, we're here to help you through all stages of the home buying or refinancing process with loan options that work best for you. We are your local lenders, and with a 98.4% customer satisfaction rating, helping home ownership dreams come true is what we do. Get started and learn more at Ruoff.com. That's Ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, official mortgage partner of the Indianapolis Colts.
Sounds like it's time to call Hayes & Sons. Fire, floods, mold, and other disruptive events can wreak havoc on your home or business. That's when the Hayes & Sons team goes into action. We've got your back. From assessing the damage and taking immediate steps to secure your home, to working with your insurance to ease the pain, and from restoring contents to repairing and rebuilding, so your home feels just like it did before it was hit by the storm. When disaster strikes, call Hayes & Sons. We do restoration right.
Welcome back to the Hayes & Sons Countdown to Kickoff. Enter the Kickoff with Knopf tailgating sweepstakes for a chance to win the ultimate VIP tailgating experience before a Colts game. Don't miss out. Enter now at Colts.com/Knopf. That's Colts.com/KNAUF. Today's game is also brought to you by Meijer, the official supercenter of the Indianapolis Colts, and proud sponsor of hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. For more pregame coverage, here's your host, Casey Valier.
Final time here on Countdown to Kickoff on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network. I'm your host, Casey Valier. It is time for the injury report and starting lineups with Matt Taylor. Matt?
Thank you, Case. We begin with the Toyota starting lineups presented by your Central Indiana Toyota dealers. Toyota, the official vehicle of the Indianapolis Colts. Let's listen to a projection of the Colts starting lineup today.
The Colts offensive starting lineup.
Daniel Jones, quarterback, Duke.
Jonathan Taylor, running back, Wisconsin.
Michael Pittman Jr., wide receiver, USC.
Alec Pierce, wide receiver, Cincinnati. Josh Downs, wide receiver, University of North Carolina. Tyler Warren, tight end, Penn State.
Bernard Ryman, tackle, Central Michigan University.
Quentin Nelson, guard, Notre Dame.
Tanner Bortolini, center, University of Wisconsin.
Matt Gonzalez, guard, University of Pittsburgh.
Braden Smith, tackle, Auburn University.
Again, that's a projection of the Colts offensive starters today. If it were a regular season game, playing time this afternoon is going to be very much TBD and at the coaching staff's discretion. But we do know the starters are going to play about a quarter. It's going to be fluid. Daniel Jones will start the game at quarterback. Anthony Richardson will play most of the first half, according to head coach Shane Steichen. All right, let's take a listen on how the Colts would line up today on defense if this were a regular season game.
The Colts defensive starting lineup.
Kwity Paye, defensive end, University of Michigan. DeForest Buckner, defensive tackle, University of Oregon.
Grover Stewart, nose tackle, Albany State.
Latu Latu, defensive end, UCLA.
Zaire Franklin, linebacker, Syracuse.
Cameron McBrone, linebacker, University of Michigan. Kenny Moore II, cornerback, Valdosta State University.
Jalen Jones, cornerback, Texas A&M.
Charvarius Ward, Macomb High School, cornerback.
Cam Bynum, safety, Cal Berkeley.
Nick Cross, safety, DeMatha Catholic High School.
That's the Colts defense. You heard Zaire Franklin. He could be making his preseason debut today. He's been consistently active in camp lately after missing time in the offseason early on in training camp after having off-season ankle surgery. And for the Packers, they're going to be going up against a backup quarterback today, if you will. Malik Willis will get the start today. Jordan Love is dealing with a thumb injury. He should be back to practice next week, according to those that cover the Packers. He's in no danger of missing week number 1 for Green Bay. But the Colts saw Willis last year in week number 2. He made his Packers debut after being traded by the Titans. And in that game against the Colts, he completed 85% of his passes and threw a touchdown in a 16-10 Packers win. All right, time now for the injury report quickly for the Colts. They made a roster move this week. They signed free agent defensive end Marcus Haynes and placed wide receiver DJ Montgomery on the injured reserve list. Also, wide receiver Josh Downs left Thursday's joint practice against the Packers with a hamstring. Also leaving practice early on Thursday was defensive end Samson Ebicom. He left due to a back problem. The Colts are already thin there at both spots. Kwity Paye has missed a week or so of practices with a groin. And then at the wide receiver spot, Alec Pierce is still out due to a groin injury at receiver. And then cornerbacks Kenny Moore II with a knee, Jalen Jones with a hamstring, and Juju Brents with a hamstring have missed time in that secondary for the Colts. Also in that secondary, safety Nick Cross has missed the last couple of practices with a hip flexor. Linebacker Jalen Carlisle has missed time lately with an ankle. Running back Khalil Herbert and center Danny Pinter, I should say, have not practiced the last couple of outings for the Colts because of undisclosed problems. All right, both teams are on the field. We're getting ready for the national anthem and also kickoff coming up. It's the Colts and Packers in preseason game number 2 at Lucas Oil Stadium. That's right around the corner when we come back on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Caesar Sportsbook is a proud sports betting partner of the Indianapolis Colts, and every bet with the Caesar Sportsbook app earns with Caesar's Rewards, win or lose. Download the app, start betting, and you'll be closer to the types of perks only Caesars can offer. Colts tickets, bonus bets in the app, and stays and meals at top Caesar's Rewards destinations, like Horseshoe Indianapolis. Must be 21. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Caesar Sportsbook, the only sportsbook app with Caesar's Rewards.
You ever feel like your money is just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money is always doing something.
Like what?
Like automatically pushing more to savings so you can take that trip.
I like trips.
Who doesn't? It even tracks your progress. You're almost there.
Wow, I better pack.
And it charts your spending so you know which vacation hat you can afford.
How does it know I like hats?
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Hey, Colts fans, are you looking for a healthy snack at home or at the game? How about Gutwein Popcorn? The Gutwein family has been part of Indiana agriculture since 1906. By producing popcorn on fertile Indiana soil, they are able to deliver only the best tasting popcorn to Lucas Oil Stadium and your home. Visit gpopcorn.com to purchase Gutwein Gourmet Popping Corn today. That's gpopcorn.com.
Gutwein family hope Colts fans will enjoy what they all cherish as nature's greatest healthy snack.
Do you want to kick it with the Colts on the field of the next home game? Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance is giving you and 3 guests a chance to be on the field during kickoff. Enter today for a chance to see the Colts take the field and watch kickoff. Then enjoy the game from VIP field level seats and more for the ultimate game day experience. Are you ready to kick it with the Colts? Enter today at Colts.com/IFBI.
At Ruoff Mortgage, we're here to help you through all stages of the home buying or refinancing process with loan options that work best for you. We are your local lenders, and with a 98.4% customer satisfaction rating, helping home ownership dreams come true is what we do. Get started and learn more at Ruoff.com. That's Ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, official mortgage partner of the Indianapolis Colts.
Popsicles, sprinklers, a cool breeze. Talk about refreshing. You know what else is refreshing this summer? A brand new phone with Verizon. Yep, get a new phone on any plan with Select Phone Trade-In and My Plan. And lock down a low price for 3 years on any plan with My Plan. This is a deal for everyone, whether you're a new or existing customer. Swing by Verizon today for our best phone deals. 3-year price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate only. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
Versity Blood Center of Indiana is proud to partner with the Indianapolis Colts to help save lives through blood donation. There is no substitute for blood. It's a gift only we can give to each other. And every 2 seconds, one of your fellow Colts fans relies on donors like you for a blood transfusion. The Colts may score touchdowns on the field, but off the field, the real MVPs are blood donors like you. Score the game-winning drive and make an appointment to donate blood at versity.org/IN. That's VERSITI.org/IN.
This is Jake Query. We'll be discussing this game and a whole lot more. Weekdays, noon to 3. Query and Company on The Fan.
Go back in, clean the film up, and we're going to get better from it, right? And then we come back and stack again tomorrow.
He's in! Touchdown! INDY!
3-0 takeaway, 3-0 takeaway, 3-0 takeaway.
Throws upfield, picked off by the Colts. They're on the return. They're at the 40, and Indianapolis has a takeaway, and they begin in plus territory.
Hey, come together. Do your job.
He's got it. 30. He's at the 20, down the far sideline, 10. 5, touchdown! Yeah!
Welcome to Indianapolis Colts Game Day. Live from the broadcast booth, here's Joe Wrights and the voice of the Colts, Matt Taylor.
Indianapolis Colts football is on the air. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. It's the site of today's preseason matchup between the Colts and the Green Bay Packers. I'm Matt Taylor with Joe Wrights inside the radio booth. Casey Ballier is our game day host. Rob Brown is our statistician. Scott Johnston is our studio producer, and Jake Robinson and Noah Champion are the on-site engineers. Colts and Packers playing in the preseason for the first time, technically since 2016, although that game never got played. That was the turf fiasco matchup in Canton, Ohio for the Hall of Fame game. But, Joe, what do you remember most about the preseason as a player? How tough is it to get ready for these games and stay ready, not really knowing how much time you're going to see and things like that from a participation standpoint?
There's 2 parts. If you're a starter, you want to get in, you want to get really good work, and you want to get out and stay healthy. And then if you're a guy that's competing to get on the back half of this roster, these games are everything. So while it's the 3rd and 4th quarter of this football game, when some fans may turn it off because they think, well, you know, the starters are out, what does this really matter? There's a bunch of guys fighting, scratching, clawing for their life to try to make this 53. So it's going to be an exciting day, obviously magnified for the Colts, and the fact that Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones will both play today as they still battle out who's going to be the starting quarterback week 1 when the Dolphins come to this stadium 22 days from now.
All right, so the Packers have won the toss. They have elected to receive to start the game. So the Colts are going to be kicking off right to left in your mind's eye here at Lucas Oil Stadium. The Colts today are wearing their normal blue uniforms with white pants. The Packers in their visiting white uniforms in Packer gold. Spencer Schrader kicks off a line drive into over end kick taken by the Packers around the 13-yard line, 20, 25, 30, angling outside the numbers to the right. And they run up with Corey Ballantyne, the former Colt, as of a couple of weeks in the preseason. And the Colts bring him down around the 36-yard line. Ballantyne was picked up by the Colts in free agency and then released
and then picked up again by the Packers. Before we start this first offensive series for Green Bay, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
From the DriveHubler.com studios, this is 93.5 and 107.5, The Fan.
WIBC HD2, W298BP, WIBC HD3, W228CX, Indianapolis.
Malik Willis gets the start at quarterback today for the Packers. Outside zone left, and it's Marshawn Lloyd, the ball carrier, and he goes nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage by a host of Colts. They combine to put him backwards, and that is Grover Stewart. Also had help from Laiatu Latu on the tackle for the Colts.
And, Matt, that's exactly what you want to see. Green Bay goes for an outside zone play. The Colts got a flat wall. They knock them back. Grover Stewart's in the backfield, causes a little bit of delay. Latu gets in there as well. Great start for the Colts. You had 5 or 6 blue jerseys right there that actually brings a loss and brings up second and long for Green Bay.
At the 35-yard line, Green Bay going left to right on the Colts. It's Willis out of the gun, ball in the far hash. Lloyd the back, backing to throw on second and long as Willis over the middle delivers, incomplete. Threw it behind his intended receiver. That was Lloyd out of the backfield. Threw it behind him, had to reach back with one hand, could not haul it in. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for this Colts defense, Joe, right where you want to be right out of the gate.
Exactly. Pin your ears back and let him go on that last play. Colts rush 4, drop 7 into coverage. Some really good tight coverage on that angle route out of the backfield for Green Bay. And now, Matt, this is what you want. 3rd and 11. You know it's going to be a pass. If you're on the D-line, you can pin your ears back and get after the quarterback.
5 wide, 3 go to the right side for Willis. 2 go left. He backs to throw. Good protection. Hangs in the pocket. Slides to his left. Now he delivers upfield. The pass is caught, but not enough for a first down. Around the 45-yard line on the reception. Malik Heath, the wide receiver, the veteran out of Ole Miss on the catch. But Joe, he's going to be about a yard short. He needs the 46-yard line. They put the ball down at the 45, and the Packers are going to go for it here near midfield.
Offense is staying on the field, Matt. Great chance for situational football. You got 4th and 1. You got to hold up here. Green Bay's going under center. You expect him to run the ball, or Willis maybe out of the backfield.
Chris Brooks is the ball carrier. 4th and a yard for the Packers. Willis under center, ball in the left hash. Takes a snap, left side give to Brooks. Crams upfield, got a first down, slithering off tackles, and is going to bounce the ball up to around the 50-yard line. He'll be stopped at the Green Bay 49 and pick up 4 yards, and it gets a first down on 4th and short for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, Green Bay picks up the 4th down, unfortunately, there. They loaded up that left side of the line, had 3 tight ends, just ran the old duo play where everybody's blocking straight ahead, and he was able to put his head down and get the first down just enough that lets Green Bay keep rolling here as they're now at the Colts 50.
Chris Brooks, in his 3rd year out of BYU, began the season last year with Miami, but was waived with an injury settlement. 1st and 10 here near midfield for the Packers. Willis hands off to Lloyd, who's back into the game. Starts left, cuts up, and will rumble inside the Colts half of the field down to the 48-yard line. And on the tackle for the Colts, coming up from his secondary position, that's Jonathan Edwards, who the Colts want to take a good, hard look at here in this preseason game at the cornerback spot. Gain of a couple brings up 2nd down and 7 for the Packers.
Yeah, Edwards did a great job flying up from the secondary, but give credit to Latu there. They zone run to the right. They brought the tight end back to try to really get a piece of Latu, but he did a great job kind of blowing that up and not giving the running back a lot of room to run.
Marshawn Lloyd, the 2nd-year running back out of USC, stays in the game. Ball in the left hash. Packers on the move, left to right. Willis under center again. He's going to run it left side to Willis at the numbers. He's gang tackled by the Colts, wrestled down by Laiatu Latu. The ball may have come out, but the officials are there to say that the running back was down by contact before the ball did come out. The Colts were there quickly to recover it, with Hunter Wohler, who's getting the start today at safety for the injured Nick Cross. But gain of 2. Laiatu Latu makes the tackle. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Packers.
Yeah, Latu's been active early, Matt, here in the run game. On that last pass, 3rd and 11, they chipped him, which is a credit to him. But Colts defense last 3rd and 11 gave up 10 yards, which is too much. Let's see if they can get off the field now on 3rd and 6.
Willis out of the gun. 7th play of the possession. 3rd and medium. Ball near midfield. Willis backing to throw out of the gun. Good protection. Angles one down the left sideline. Incomplete. Too far in front of his intended receiver for Malik Heath. And in coverage for the Colts in the back end, you had Edwards, and also over there was Cam Bynum ranging over from his safety position. Now it's 4th and 5 for the Packers. They've already converted once on this drive on 4th down. It was 4th and 1. This is a little bit different story, and I think they're going to play field position. I think Actually, the offense is going to stay on the field here, so they're going to go for it again at the Indianapolis Colts 46-yard line.
Great opportunity for the Colts defense. You stop them here, you're going to get the ball right back around midfield. Green Bay maybe be a little bit more aggressive because it's the preseason, Matt, but let's see if we can get another stop here. Colts showing blitz.
Brooks is in the game as the running back left. 3 receivers go left. Willis pump fakes. Here comes the pass rush by the Colts. Willis giving ground, throws upfield. That is a catch and a first down deeper inside Colts territory. It goes to a tight end, John Fitzpatrick, out of Georgia, and he catches the ball inside the 40, and it's a gain of 9 to move the sticks. And the ball will be placed at the 37-yard line of the Colts.
That's a crusher. The Colts had Bocce lined up over the center. They ran a little 3-man game. They brought 5. Willis backed up about 20 yards, spun out of it, and found a man downfield late. That's heartbreaker for the Colts because you really thought you were getting off the field there.
The Packers have converted twice so far in the game on 4th down. Willis hands off to a running back who crashes to the right and is pushed around the numbers near side. Brooks the ball carrier, and that's Shegu Alubi and also Cameron McGrone in on the tackle. McGrone is a little bit shaken up. He's going to have to take himself out of the game. Meanwhile, there is a penalty on the play as well. So some substitutions coming up here for the Colts. Also a penalty on the field to hash out.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 95. 15-yard penalty on the automatic first down.
That's Adetomowa Adebare, the guilty party for the Colts. And by the way, our head referee, the voice you just heard there, is that of Alex Moore. And so that's going to be an automatic first down for the Packers. And this methodical drive will continue for Green Bay. And the ball now will sit just outside the red zone of the Colts at the Indianapolis 21-yard line following that face mask penalty.
Yeah, something to watch there with McGrone. He came up and just lit him up, but looked like he jogged off the field there. Something wasn't right, so we'll keep our eye on that. But, Matt, you're right. The Colts have had situations. They've had chances to get off the field. They haven't. And now with this penalty, Green Bay's right outside the red zone.
Willis out of the gun. This time the ball on the near hash. 2 receivers go to the left. Actually 3 with a tight end. Fitzpatrick over there as well. Willis backs to throw. Plants in the pocket. Now he's going to take off and run and flips it upfield to his left. And it's bobbled and dropped by Marshawn Lloyd outside the numbers. That's going to go down as a forward pass. Willis tried to flick it up to his left to Lloyd, and he juggled it and could not bring it in. So it's going to go down as an incompletion. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Packers at the Colts 21-yard line with 10:04 to go in the first quarter.
And Malik Willis showing his elusiveness there, Matt. The Colts bring a blitz there. Lamons came off the slot. They had some pressure. He was able to escape. Tried the old flip, the old Patrick Mahomes out of there, but thankfully incomplete. And the Colts get a good chance here, 2nd and long.
Lloyd back in as the running back. 2 receivers go left and right in motion across the formation to the left is Malik Heath. Willis out of the gun. Shotgun snap. Looks to his left. Bob's in the pocket. Now he's flushed out to his right. He's at the numbers. Flicks it downfield. Headed for the end zone. Incomplete around the pylon. The intended receiver there is the back, Marshawn Lloyd, in coverage for the Colts. A couple of different players, including Chris Lamons, who the Colts picked up earlier this month. Now it's going to bring up 3rd and 10, another opportunity for this Colts defense to make a play.
And how about big Grover Stewart there, finding a lane, chasing after Willis. He showed a lot of athleticism running to the edge. Nice job by Grove, who obviously, in addition to being one of the best run defenders in the NFL, he can get a lot of pressure pushing the pocket.
Green Bay 0 for 2 on this drive on 3rd down, but they're 2 for 2 on 4th down. This is 3rd and 10 with Willis out of the gun. Back to his right, ball in the near hash. Backs to throw again. Clean pocket. He's going to dart it left side towards the end zone, and it is incomplete. And I do not see flags on the play. It was broken up by the Colts. Well played by Chris Lamons, and the intended receiver there at the end zone was McCole Hardman, the former Kansas City Chief. At the pylon, good pass breakup by the Colts with Lamons, and now it's 4th and 10 at the 21-yard line, and the Packers are going to settle for a field goal try.
Yeah, nice job by the Colts standing up there. Green Bay had 1st and 10 on the 21 after a couple first downs, but the Colts defense did a good job of holding tight when they needed to be and forcing this field goal try.
And on for about a 39-yard field goal here is the rookie Mark McNamee from the near hash. There's the kick. Has plenty of leg, headed for the uprights, and it is no good. Had plenty of length, but the rookie pushes it wide left. He's an International Pathway Program player, joined the Packers as part of that program. He's from Ireland and came to Green Bay after spending the spring with the BC Lions of the Canadian Football League. So a 39-yarder is no good by the Packers. It was a long drive, 13 plays, And just over about 5 minutes of time of possession, but it comes up empty. So we're scoreless still. 9:47 to play in the first quarter. The Colts have the ball for the first time when we come back right after this. Stay with us. You're listening to the Colts in the preseason on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Join the gridiron action in Indianapolis with Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app to bet the Colts game or all the game day excitement across the league. Plus, every bet earns with Caesars Rewards, so you can score big at more than 50 destinations. Must be 21. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Caesars Sportsbook is a proud sports betting partner of the Indianapolis Colts.
Do you want to kick it with the Colts on the field of the next home game? Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance is giving you and 3 guests a chance to be on the field during kickoff. Enter today for a chance to see the Colts take the field and watch kickoff. Then enjoy the game from VIP field level seats and more for the ultimate game day experience. Are you ready to kick it with the Colts? Enter today at Colts.com/IFBI.
Jan from Toyota here with live coverage of end of summer fun at Toyota's national sales event with my special guest, Eli Manning.
Thanks, Jan. Let's get into it.
Down by the lake for some fishing, we've got Eric in his Tundra. He throws his line, and he's going long.
Heck of a team effort there. That Tundra got him exactly where he needed to be.
Sure was, Eli. Until next time, go Toyota.
See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Dealer inventory may vary. Event ends September 2nd. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey, Colts fans, did you know that you have the power to save lives and provide hope to those in need? By saying yes to organ donation, your decision gives hope to the thousands waiting for a life-saving transplant, a second chance, a fresh start, a win they never saw coming. Just one organ donor can save up to 8 lives. You have the power to make a difference. Join Colts Nation and visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to learn more or say yes to organ donation next time you're at the BMV.
The Ride with JMV. Weekdays at 3 on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Colts take over 1st and 10 with 9 minutes and 47 seconds to play in the first quarter at their own 29-yard line. Daniel Jones fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, connects upfield, out of the pocket, and there is Mo Alley Cox rumbling upfield, 40-45, lowers his shoulders, and blasts his way up to the 47-yard line. Big play in the screen game, rolling right, Daniel Jones to Mo Alley Cox for a chunk play.
I like it, man. I love that play on first down. You fake the zone run to the left, a little quarterback boot. The Colts have 2 tight ends there on the strong side of the formation. Mo Alley's wide open. Good throw and catch. And what I love about Mo Alley, he buries the defensive back 20 yards down the field, showing that physicality.
Empty set for Daniel Jones on 1st and 10 after a gain of 19 yards. He's in the pocket here, checks it down left, and the ball one-hops his intended receiver to the left flat. That was Michael Pittman Jr. inside Green Bay's half of the field. That ball never had enough mustard to get over to Michael Pittman on that pass play. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 with 9:07 to play in the first quarter. This is the first drive of the game for the Colts. We're scoreless. Green Bay had the ball first. They went 13 plays, converted a couple of 4th downs, and missed a 39-yard field goal on their opening possession.
Yeah, Colts showing a lot of different looks here. 3 different formations here in the first 3 plays of the game.
Jones under center, and he bobbles the snap, and the ball bounces right to him, thankfully. Then he gets on it, but he is absolutely destroyed by the Packers. He's ridden down hard by Carl Brooks, the defensive lineman out of Bowling Green, and that was just a bobbled snap by Daniel Jones. That was 2nd and 10, and after that loss of 3 yards, it'll bring up 3rd and 13 and move the ball back to the Colts' 45-yard line.
Yeah, thankfully Jones was able to get back on that, but you can't have those quarterback center mishaps. That's a negative play. Thankfully, it wasn't a turnover, but now Matt gives us 3rd and 13. Long situation for the Colts, but gives them a good chance to try to convert.
Jones out of the gun. Jonathan Taylor's is back to the right side. Daniel Jones backs to pass. Great protection. Loading up, taking a shot downfield, and it's over the head of Tyler Warren, who was open, streaking down that right sideline. That's a pass that Daniel Jones would like to have back. It was well executed. Warren was open in the secondary, but it's 4th and 13. And after the big play to start the drive to Mo Alley Cox, the Colts then go essentially 3 and out, and they're going to have to punt it.
Yeah, no question, Matt. Packers brought forward really good protection. He had Warren running down that seam, and again, you mentioned it, a pass he would like to have back because he just overthrew him, but that could have been at least 30, 40 yards, maybe 6 in the end zone.
Rigoberto Sanchez will punt, gets it away, high, spirally punt. Underneath it, calling for a fair catch at the 10-yard line. Around the numbers left side is McCole Hardman. Makes the fair grab inside the 20, and that'll take us to another timeout on the field. So with 8 minutes and 14 seconds to play in the first quarter, and a 45-yard punt by Rigo Sanchez, we are scoreless on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard. Packers ball when we come back with poor field position right after this. You're listening to the Colts on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Colts fans, don't just watch greatness, sip it. Carbless is your new MVP. Premium, ready-to-drink cocktails with 0 carbs, 0 sugar, only 100 calories, and flavor that actually wins. Whether you're tailgating, couch gating, or celebrating a Colts win at Lucas Oil Stadium, Carbless is smooth, crisp, and never too bubbly. Carbless, proud partner of the Indianapolis Colts, and proud to be your go-to game day cocktails. Available in the stadium and at your local retailers. Must be 21 and up. Enjoy your bliss responsibly. Visit drinkcarbless.com for details.
At Dryer & Reinbold, we're entering our 56th year of doing business in the Indianapolis area. A lot has changed since our family first began in the spring of 1968. Now we have BMW, Infiniti, and Mini at I-465 in Keystone, and on US 31 South in Greenwood, we have BMW, Infiniti, Subaru, and Volkswagen. Visit DryerReinbold.com to view our new and quality pre-owned inventory. Dryer & Reinbold, gas, hybrid, electric.
This season, AES Indiana is teaming up with the Indianapolis Colts to bring the energy on the field and in your home. We're powering more than just game day. From energy assessments to rebates and free efficiency kits, AES Indiana has smart solutions that help you manage usage and cut costs. Game on, Indianapolis. Start scoring energy savings today. Learn more at aesindiana.com/ways to save. AES Indiana, powering the horseshoe and your home.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because we know in making the most of your home, DIY doesn't just stand for do it yourself. It also means dream it yourself. And we're here to help protect the dreams you're building. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Kevin Bowen here, and we will talk all about this weekday mornings at 7 on the Fan Morning Show.
Welcome back to Colts football. Today's game is brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Let's insurance together. Find a dedicated agent and get a quote at INFB.com. After the Colts punt, it is Packers football. Matt?
Yeah, well, both teams have had a possession, no points. The Colts got off to a promising start to begin their first possession, connecting on a 19-yard pass to Mo Alley-Cox, but then went 3 and out after that and had to punt. So the Packers begin at the 10-yard line in their own territory. No score. Left to right on a counter give. It's Willis to Marshawn Lloyd across the 10. He's going to gallop up to around the 14-yard line before he's twisted down by the Colts. So a gain of 4 on the first play of the second drive of the game for the Packers as we approach 8 minutes to go in this first quarter.
And good to see McGrone back in the game. He shot the gap there, got a hand on him in the backfield, but thankfully was able to slow him down enough. Brings up 2nd and 6 here for the Colts. And, Matt, you're seeing some of the starters for the Colts, some not, starting to rotate some guys in across the board defensively.
Malik Willis still in the game at quarterback for the Packers. No Jordan Love today. Play action, deep drop, hangs in the pocket. He'll fire upfield, incomplete. No flag on the play. Malik Heath, the intended receiver, in coverage for the Colts over there, was the backup safety Rodney Thomas in year number 4 out of Yale. Check that year number 3, I beg your pardon, for Rodney. So that'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Green Bay Packers, deep in their own territory at their own 14-yard line.
Really good job by Thomas there, covering Heath across the field. And, Matt, that's something you're seeing from this defense. Tighter coverages, more man coverage. And so far, the Colts secondary, even though there's been some completions, has done a nice job. They've come more on broken plays and Willis scrambling around.
Willis again takes to the air. First down and more outside the numbers, near side across the 30 up to the 35. It's McCole Hardman spun out of bounds right at the 35, so a gain of 21. But there is a flag way across the field near the Packers sideline. So for now, it's a big play and a first down conversion.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense. That penalty is declined and we go for the play. It's a first down.
right, so that's our head referee, Alex Moore. He didn't give us a number, but we knew it was on the Colts, obviously declined by the Packers. They will take the result of the play, which is a first down, to their own 35-yard line as we approach 7:20 of moving here in the first quarter. Packers on the Colts left to right in terms of the direction. Willis under center, outside zone to Lloyd. Crashing upfield, he spun down around the numbers near side. This time it's out of Tamoana Barre in on the tackle. Also in there was Joe Bacci and Laiatu Latu. Short pickup to the 39. It'll bring up second down and 6.
And the Colts so far, Matt, every time they've tried to run the football, have done a nice job. They're building that flat wall. Green Bay known for that zone running game where they're running a lot of wide zones. One cut, put your foot in the ground and get up. But 4 yards right there, that's been the longest run the Packers have had so far today.
And the Colts have an injury update. We'll give you that after this upcoming play here. Willis under center and moves Fitzpatrick, the tight end, to the right side in motion. Outside give into the boundary. It's Lloyd. He's gobbled up by the Colts at the 40-yard line. Coming in from the backside was Laiatu Latu, and also in there Eric Johnson and Neville Gallimore on the tackle for Indianapolis. The injury report that we alluded to, Hunter Wohler is dealing with a foot injury. That's why Rodney Thomas is in the game playing safety right now for the Colts. But for Green Bay, it brings up third down and 4.
And something to watch for Wohler. He's been really impressive to me, Matt. 7th-round pick out of Wisconsin. Been all over the field making plays during camp, and last week against Baltimore, playing safety, can come up and play that dime linebacker. A really versatile guy for this Colts defense.
Willis backs to pass on third down. Going to take to the air here down the near sideline, and that is a one-handed grab. What a catch on the near sideline.
We got
by
a hold,
Julian
though, Matt.
Hicks.
It looks like Colts really good pass rush with just 4 guys.
Holding. Offense number 67. 2-yard penalty for
So the penalty is on Donovan Jennings, a guard and tackle, swing-wise for the Packers. But that was a tremendous catch, a one-handed grab with that right hand by Julian Hicks. But it's going to go for naught. It's going to be offensive holding on the Packers. 3rd and 4 now will turn into 3rd and 14 and move the ball back to the Green Bay 30-yard line with 5:45 and moving here. First quarter, no score on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard.
Yeah, and Eric Johnson right there just completely turned around Donovan Jennings for the Packers. Great rush by him to draw that flag and bring this play all the way back.
So 3rd and very long now for Willis. Again, 5-step drop, moving to his left, gets out of a sack. Now he's going to flush out of the pocket to his right and then throw the ball out of bounds to avoid pressure. And McCole Hardman, the intended receiver, Laiatu Latu, hit on the pressure for the Colts. That was good fundamental defense there by the Colts in terms of the pass rush lane integrity. Now it's 4th and 14.
Yeah. Latu right there, Matt. They ran a TE stunt. So the tackle goes up the field. Latu loops around on the end. He had a clear shot at Willis. Willis was able to shake him off, but enough pressure back there, get him off his spot, make him feel rushed and throw an incompletion. Good job by the Colts getting off the field there.
So the Packers will punt, and they'll do so with Daniel Whelan. Underneath it for the Colts is Anthony Gould. Plays it at the numbers near side of the 20. Dropped the ball, has to go backwards to get it. Now he's rushing to his right. Gives ground. He's at the 10. He's at the 15. And trying to worm his way out of tackles. He'll finally be chopped down at the 15-yard line, numbers right side. That was a little bit disastrous by Anthony Gould, who's trying to prove to be more consistent in the return game as a second-year player as compared to his rookie season coming out of Oregon State. So the Colts will start at the 15-yard line with 5:07 to go in the first quarter. We're still scoreless here at Lucas Oil Stadium between the Colts and the Packers. Colts ball and offense when we return after this on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
From the biggest of the big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go!
Run, James!
No. First base!
Go, go, go! Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
At Ruoff Mortgage, we're here to help you through all stages of the home buying or refinancing process with loan options that work best for you. We are your local lenders, and with a 98.4% customer satisfaction rating, helping home ownership dreams come true is what we do. Get started and learn more at Ruoff.com. That's Ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, official mortgage partner of the Indianapolis Colts.
Popsicles, sprinklers, a cool breeze. Talk about refreshing. You know what else is refreshing this summer? A brand new phone with Verizon. Yep, get a new phone on any plan with Select Phone Trade-In and My Plan. And lock down a low price for 3 years on any plan with My Plan. This is a deal for everyone, whether you're a new or existing customer. Swing by Verizon today for our best phone deals. 3-year price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate only. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
Query and Company, weekdays at noon on 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
Colts fans, enter the Tailgate Blitz Sweepstakes presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors for your chance to win 2 tickets to a Colts home game, 2 pre-game sideline passes, a tailgating pack from Academy Sports and Outdoors, and more. 5 winners will be selected this season. Learn more at Colts.com/Academy. The Colts take over the 16. Daniel Jones still in a quarterback for his second series. Matt?
Yeah, 1st and 10 for the Colts following a Packers punt. The Colts will begin at the 16-yard line. 5 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. We are scoreless here, Colts and Packers. On the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard with Joe Reitz in the radio booth, I'm Matt Taylor. And the Colts begin their second possession, as Casey alluded to, moving right to left. Daniel Jones in at quarterback, Colts in blue, Packers in white. Ball on the right hash for Daniel Jones out of the gun. Jonathan Taylor is the running back. Play action on the RPO. Actually, they zip it outside the numbers, and here's a big play for Anthony Gould. Little screen, and there's a flag during the run after the catch. But Gould is going to sprint up to the Indianapolis 39-yard line. But this could be coming back.
Offense number 10.
And that's tough right there. They run a little RPO. You fake to Taylor, hit Gould in the slot. He does a great job spinning out. He's got about a 15, 20-yard gain, but A.D. Mitchell, who's out there as well, gets the holding call blocking downfield. Matt, those penalties kill you. They're drive killers early on. That's a play where if you're Mitchell, you just got to kind of let him go and say, hey, we'll let Gould get his yards, take a positive play, and move on.
Second penalty of the day for the Colts. They had 9 against the Ravens last week. Wiped out a 23-yard run and catch for Anthony Gould. So now it's 1st and 10 again for the Colts inside the 20-yard line. Jones out of the gun. Jonathan Taylor stays in as the back. Actually, it's 1st and 8 after they marked off the penalty. Jones flies it upfield. This is a catch for Michael Pittman Jr. around the numbers near side, and he's going to backpedal his way forward, if you will, across the 25 to the 27 to get 9, and gets a first down for the Colts across the 25.
Yeah, the Colts are in 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers, running back. Taylor flares out of the backfield, so it's a 5-man route. Pittman does what we see him do often. He's running a little choice route. Just find a spot in there, Matt, a soft or hole in the coverage. Good throw and catch for first down, and Colts are moving the ball now.
2 receivers and a tight end go to the right side for the Colts. Ball shading the near hash. Jones out of the gun. 1st and 10 at the 27. Daniel Jones with a clean pocket. Surveys. Floats one to the right side. Incomplete around the 30-yard line. He was looking for, well, there were 2 receivers and options over there for the Colts, including Michael Pittman Jr. and Tyler Warren. Not sure who he was directing that pass to. We'll check the replay, but nevertheless, it brings up 2nd and 10 for the Colts. 3:59 to go in the opening stanza.
Colts have not run the ball yet to Jonathan Taylor, Matt. All passes working Daniel Jones and these receivers, but shout out, the protection has been really good from the offensive line, including highlighting 75 Jalen Travis, the rookie for the Colts, starting at left tackle today. He's done a nice job so far, holding up, anchoring down that blind side.
Jones backs the pass on play action. Checks it down left side. That's a catch over here on the near side line by Michael Pittman Jr. Takes tacklers with him and is going to be stalled at the 49-yard line. Gain of 22 yards near midfield. Michael Pittman Jr., his second grab of this possession. First down for the Colts. That's the longest play on offense so far by either team in this game.
And again, great protection by the offensive line. A little run fake, some play action to hold some of those linebackers. Those are the plays you need, Matt. Explosive plays, chunk plays down the field, 20-plus catches. Nice job there by Pittman.
First down. Jones again to pass on play action. Settles in the pocket, checks it down left again to Mo Alley-Cox into plus territory. Slips on the turf at the Green Bay 45-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Mo Alley-Cox, his second grab of the first half. And the Colts are in plus territory for the first time this afternoon.
And Matt, we're seeing it. Greatest show on turf. No runs in the game so far, all passes. The Colts are doing a good job, though, mixing it up. They're booting, they're moving Jones out of the pocket. Some quicker throws, a lot of play action. Again, shout out to the offensive line. He's had for the most part, clean pockets every time he's dropped back to pass.
Yeah, Jones is 5 of 8 so far. This is possession number 2. They line up in a pistol. Now they're going to hand it off to Jonathan Taylor. Big run outside the numbers near side 40, galloping forward and dances out of bounds at around the 36-yard line. Gain of 9. Jonathan Taylor produces a first down run for the Colts.
Well, Matt, I'd say Jonathan Taylor's in midseason form right there. He takes the ball in the gun, a little zone read to the left to the weak side. Taylor scampers for 9 yards, gets out of bounds, which I like in the preseason. Another first down for the Colts, and with that, we'll see if Jonathan Taylor's day is done. I think he showed everybody, I'm still 28, I'm still here. And again, Matt, expect a huge year out of Jonathan Taylor. I really think he's going to be special.
DJ Giddens checks in as the back. He's the rookie out of Kansas State. Jones goes out of the gun. He's going to take to the air on first down. Plants in the pocket, looking left, flies it down the near side.
Got him.
Tyler Warren a catch inside the red zone. The rookie out of Penn State inside the 15, and he's pushed out of bounds at the Green Bay 11-yard line. 25 yards to Tyler Warren. First down, Colts.
I like it, Matt. The Colts have Will Mallory and Warren both on the left. Mallory kind of runs a post route, and Warren's behind him with a wheel route. He's wide open, and you're going to see that probably not too often this year, Matt, because he's going to be a dynamic threat in the pass game, and teams are going to be game planning for Tyler Warren. It was a great route. The ball was there right on time, and the Colts are in the red zone looking to finish in the paint.
It's Jones out of the gun. Not a first and goal situation for the Colts. It's DJ Giddens, the ball carrier. Starts left, cuts up to the right, slithering upfield. Good vision, and pounds the ball down to the Green Bay 5-yard line where he picks up 6 on first down. The Colts are inside the Coca-Cola red zone for the first time. They can get a first down without scoring at the Green Bay 1-yard line as we approach 1 minute to go in the first quarter. No score, but the Colts are threatening here for the first time.
Really good run by Giddens there, Matt. He got about 4 yards after initial contact. Ends up getting 6 on first down. When you're in the red zone, that's huge. I really like teams, and especially the Colts, when you stay committed to the run inside the red zone, because oftentimes there's hidden opportunities there.
Jones out of the gun. Tyler Warren, the tight end to the left. Michael Pittman Jr. now the slot left. Ball on the near hash. Jones outside give to Giddens. Outside the numbers, cuts up at the 5. He is hit at the goal line. There's a flag during the run, and they're going to say Giddens during the run is out of bounds at the 1.
I watched it unfold, Matt. They had an outside zone run to the left. Travis's guy kind of got on the edge. He spun him around a little bit. You saw that yellow dirty laundry fly right away, and that's unfortunate because the Colts were looking at first and goal from the 1 had there been no penalty.
Or a touchdown, depending on the spot. But, yeah, you're exactly right. So Jalen Travis, the rookie out of Iowa State.
And that's okay, man. That's learning opportunities, right? You'll learn in those situations when somebody gets there, and sometimes it's a hold, sometimes it's not, but it's all about what the refs see in the optics, and he'll learn to kind of put his hands up there and let that play go.
So now it's 2nd and 14 at the 15-yard line. Jones to pass, darts one right side, and it is caught, and I think that's A.D. Mitchell fighting for extra yards inside the 10. They're going to say forward progress for A.D. Mitchell is stopped at the 7-yard line, so pickup of about 8 yards there for the Colts. Now it'll bring up 3rd and 6 at the 7, and that's going to be the final play of the first quarter. So both teams will head to their respective sidelines and catch their breath a little bit.
That was the end of the first quarter.
After 15 minutes, no score between the Colts and the Packers, but when we start quarter number 2, the Colts have a big 3rd and 6 coming up at the Green Bay 7-yard line, looking for the game's first points when we return right after this. Stay with us. You're listening to the Colts in the preseason on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Sounds like it's time to call Hayes & Sons. Fire, floods, mold, and other disruptive events can wreak havoc on your home or business. That's when the Hayes & Sons team goes into action. We've got your back. From assessing the damage and taking immediate steps to secure your home, to working with your insurance to ease the pain, and from restoring contents to repairing and rebuilding, so your home feels just like it did before it was hit by the storm. When disaster strikes, call Hayes & Sons. We do restoration right.
Your vehicle deserves the finest care and protection. That's why you need Lucas Oil Additives. Whether you need to solve a common automotive problem or protect your vehicle for the long road ahead, there's a Lucas additive to meet your needs. To see the entire line of products, visit lucasoil.com. Lucas Oil is the official oil of the Indianapolis Colts and is used throughout Lucas Oil Stadium. Lucas Oil. It works.
Colts fans, level up game day with Vivid Seats. They've got the seats you want for the deals you deserve. Plus, they're the only ticket company that rewards you for buying. As the official fan experience partner of the Colts, we're offering exclusive VIP packages with unforgettable fan experiences for all games this season. Bundle game tickets with pregame field passes or join fellow fans at the Vivid Seats Party in Touchdown Town. Score the seats you want, all backed by 100% buyer guarantee. Download the app to order, track ticket updates, and earn rewards. Vivid Seats, the official fan experience partner of the Colts.
Hey, it's JMV. For all you need to know about the Colts, you lock this thing up right here on the Fan.
Hey, Colts Nation, you have the power to save lives. Team up with the Colts and say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV, or sign up now at DonateLifeIndiana.org. We're through one. It's scoreless, but the Colts have the ball threatening inside the red zone, Matt.
Yeah, 3rd and 6 for the Colts at the Green Bay 7-yard line. So that means the Colts can get to the 1 for a first down, and obviously to the goal line for the game's first point. Scoreless here as we get ready for the second quarter. Good drive going here for the Colts. Upcoming, this will be the 10th play of the possession. It's covered almost 80 yards in over 5 minutes of time of possession. And Daniel Jones, Joe, on drive number, this is the second drive for the Colts, but totality-wise for the game, he's sharp. 7 for 10 passing for 101 yards. Really no surprise with the Colts trying to take a good look at these quarterbacks that Jones is having a lot of opportunities in the passing game.
Exactly. After a little bit of a shaky start, this drive has been really good, almost flawless across the board outside of that penalty, which took away a guaranteed touchdown. But let's see if they can get in the end zone here, Matt, on 3rd and 6.
Jones out of the gun, looks left initially, scans in the pocket. Now he's going to turn his way and roll out of the pocket left. He's at the 20, still looking, throws into the end zone and just throws it away. The Packers were coming with the pass rush. Jones was out of the pocket, unable to protect himself, and then flew it out of the reach of Michael Pittman Jr. on purpose to make sure he didn't lose yards and take a sack. And the Colts will settle for a field goal here, trying to break a scoreless tie. 4th and 6 now at the Green Bay 7, and here comes Spencer Schrader for a short field goal.
And, Matt, I'm okay with that play. The pocket kind of collapsed. Jones showed his athleticism and elusiveness, escaped to the left, that he was running toward the sideline. He would have to throw back across his body into a lot of white jerseys in the end zone, and rather than risk that interception, you throw it out of bounds, you take the guaranteed 3, you put points on the board.
All right, so a 25-yard field goal from Spencer Schrader. It's almost like an old-school PAT, and the kick is up, and it is good. So Spencer Schrader, in year number 2 out of Notre Dame, connects on a chip shot field goal. Last week he was 3 for 4. He made from 53, 33, and 39, and he missed from 52 off the left upright. But that chip shot field goal is good, and the Colts are on the board. It's the Colts 3, and the Packers nothing, with 14:46 remaining in the second quarter. We'll tell you about the scoring drive when we come back. Packers ball down by 3 when we come back in just a moment on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Let me ask you something. Is your money doing everything it can for you?
I don't know. How would I know?
Is it automatically saving for special events and keeping you posted on its progress? Like at Huntington Bank?
Oh, no.
Is it tracking your spending so you can make the best choices at the mall?
Nope.
Or setting limits on your teenager's debit card?
Definitely not.
Then it could certainly be doing more.
Yeah, sure sounds like it.
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
From the biggest of the big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go.
Run, James.
No. First base.
Go. Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
Hey, Colts fans, did you know that you have the power to save lives and provide hope to those in need? By saying yes to organ donation, your decision gives hope to the thousands waiting for a life-saving transplant, a second chance, a fresh start, a win they never saw coming. Just one organ donor can save up to 8 lives. You have the power to make a difference. Join Colts Nation and visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to learn more or say yes to organ donation next time you're at the BMV.
This is Danny Penner, and this is your home for Colts football. 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Hey, Colts fans, this season Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is teaming up with the Colts to shine a light on outstanding small businesses. Go to Colts.com/Anthem Spotlight to nominate your favorite small business today. The Colts are on the board. They're leading 3-0, Matt.
Colts go 11 plays. It covers 77 yards in 5 minutes and 21 seconds of time of possession. And Spencer Schrader hits a 25-yard field goal to break a scoreless tie here at Lucas Oil Stadium with 14 minutes and 46 seconds to play in the second quarter. It's now the Colts 3 and the Packers nothing on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard. The scoring drive is brought to you by Sharp Business Systems, the official document solutions provider of the Colts. And Daniel Jones on that drive, Joe, looked really sharp. 6 of 8 passing, including 1 throwaway for 82 yards on the possession.
He really did. Good protection, really good drive by Jones. And, Matt, just a reminder, this kickoffs in the landing zone, touchbacks now take the ball out to the 35. The NFL trying to promote more action on kickoffs, so I think you'll continue to see teams do more and more of these short kicks, pooch kicks, line drives kicks, because you don't want to give up the automatic 35 on the touchback.
So the Colts did kick off. There's a flag.
Receiving team number 36, 2-yard penalty from the end of the run, first down.
And that's the other thing, Matt, too. There's so many penalties on special teams. So every time you kick the ball, you get the chance that there's a hold like there was right there. And now all of a sudden, Green Bay's starting backed up in the shadow of their own end zone. Ball's on the 18 instead of the 35.
Yeah, they had a decent return, but because of the penalty, it'll mark them back inside their own 20. So it's 1st and 10 for the Packers at their own 18-yard line. They trail the Colts 3-0, 14:40 to play in quarter
Ball
2.
start.
Another penalty.
Offense number 71, 5-yard penalty, first down.
And this time it's on Anthony Belton, the backup tackle. So the drive is kind of a rocky start for the Packers before it really even gets going.
That's what you love to see, Matt. Those pre-snap penalties, they'll drive coaches nuts. You're okay with the penalties, combat penalties, when it happens in the play, pass interference, face mask, hold. But the pre-snap ones, the false starts, those just crush you.
So Malik Willis stays in the game as the quarterback. It's 1st and 15. He's going to hand off to Emmanuel Wilson. Starts left, cuts right, and it's going to be dropped by the Colts across the 15 to the 16. And on the tackle for the Colts is Austin Ajike, a backup linebacker looking for more playing time this year inside this Lou Anarumo defense. The veteran out of UNLV. Gain of 4. Ajike has not yet appeared in a regular season game for the Colts. So now it's 2nd and 11 around the 17-yard line.
Alubian on the tackle there too, Matt, and something to watch. Who's going to be that other linebacker depending on some health with Zaire Franklin when the season starts?
Willis checks it down, caught by McCole Hardman just across the 20-yard line up to the 23, and he stopped forward progress, and again he's met by Ajike and Alubi, those the pair of linebackers that Joe alluded to. So that's a gain of a handful, gain of about 6. Now it's going to bring up 3rd down and long 5 yards upcoming for Green Bay.
Great chance for the Colts to get off on the field here. They have the pre-snap penalty. You give up a couple small plays, but you got 3rd and 5 right now. Colts are showing blitz, Matt. They got both linebackers mugged up in the A-gap outside the center. We'll see if they end up bringing heat.
Willis out of the gun. He's 4 for 11 in the pass game. Ball on the right hash. Trots back to pass. He's going to loft one down the right sideline. In stride, finds his receiver. And the Colts secondary got burned there with Marshawn Lloyd with a bad matchup. Lloyd into plus territory, and he's brought down to the Indianapolis Colts 44-yard line.
Yeah, the Colts had him there. They only brought 4. Lloyd just runs a wheel route right out of the backfield, and he was able to get a step on the Colts there and a Jakey, and that's a big gain for Green Bay, Matt. Now they're all the way on the right side of the 50.
It's a gain of 33 yards for the completion to the running back, Lloyd, out of the backfield to the Colts 44. So now it's 1st and 10 for Green Bay, and they're threatening here. Down 3-0 in the second quarter, 12:45 and counting. Willis under center, ball on the right hash. Tight end right is Fitzpatrick. Lone back in the backfield. Play action to him. Willis looks, scans, delivers, and it's almost intercepted by the Colts around the 30-yard line. And that would have been a terrific play had it been able to be made for the Colts. Chris Lamons had 2 hands on it, but the ball just zipped by his possession. And that was intended for the tight end, John Fitzpatrick. But the Colts got their hand on it, disrupted the pass. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 at the Colts 44.
Lamons would like to have that one back, man. He read that the whole way. He broke on the route. He had it. It was just off his fingertips.
Into the game again is Emmanuel Wilson. He was over 500 yards last year rushing-wise for the Packers to complement Josh Jacobs. Willis gives to Wilson, slashing to the right. Now he's going to bounce off a tackler and zips to his right outside the numbers. And he's pushed out of bounds by Ajike. And I think there's a late flag at the end of the play as Wilson was pushed out of bounds at the Indianapolis 39-yard line. But this is in the neighborhood of a late hit, perhaps.
Looks like the Colts are signaling like it might be on Green Bay.
After the play, personal foul, late hit, offense number 71, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, the down count, third down.
That was a late hit, but it was by the Packers. All right, so the Colts will take that.
Anthony Belton came in kind of for a cheap shot late on Lamons.
You're right.
He gets flagged for 15, rough drive for 71 from the Packers, but positively they tack it on backwards, so it's going to be third down and very long for Green Bay.
So now they're in their own half of the field again. So this is third and very, very long. Third and about 20. Back in to throw is Willis. Got good protection. Checks it down. The pass is caught by Ben Sims, a tight end. And he's going to be upended by the Colts. Numbers near side at the 50. Forward lean for him. We'll get to the Colts 49-yard line. So that's a pickup of about 5. But that was third and forever. Now it's fourth and still very long upcoming for Green Bay. So now we are dipping under 12 minutes to go in the second period, and the Colts have forced a second punt opportunity for the Packers. And back deep to receive is Anthony Gould. He lost 3 yards on his first punt return.
He ran about 120, though, back and forth across the field.
Daniel Whelan on the punt in his third year out of UC Davis. Set up shop around his own 36-yard line, gets his right foot into it. High end-over-end rugby-style punt. Underneath it is Gould. Signals for a fair catch around the 10-yard line, and that's where he makes the grab. And that's where the Colts will begin on offense when we come back with a timeout down below with 11:22 remaining in quarter number 2. That was a 39-yard punt by the Packers. The Colts lead 3-0 over Green Bay. Colts ball when we come back right after this. Anthony Richardson might be in the game. We'll check the status on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Caesars Sportsbook is a proud sports betting partner of the Indianapolis Colts. And every bet with the Caesars Sportsbook app earns with Caesars Rewards, win or lose. Download the app, start betting, and you'll be closer to the types of perks only Caesars can offer. Colts tickets, bonus bets in the app, and stays and meals at top Caesars Rewards destinations, like Horseshoe Indianapolis. Must be 21. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Caesars Sportsbook, the only sportsbook app with Caesars Rewards.
At Ruoff Mortgage, we're here to help you through all stages of the home buying or refinancing process with loan options that work best for you. We are your local lenders, and with a 98.4% customer satisfaction rating, helping home ownership dreams come true is what we do. Get started and learn more at Ruoff.com. That's Ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, official mortgage partner of the Indianapolis Colts.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now. Allegiant, the official airline of the Indianapolis Colts. Nonstop flights from Indianapolis to Portland, Oregon. One way for as low as $73. Must be purchased by 9/11/2025 for travel between 8/18/2025 and 9/1/2025. Seats and days are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
The newly expanded ER at Peyton Manning Children's Hospital is built for whatever comes your way, with more space and a team trained for the toughest plays. And when your child is seriously hurt or sick, you need more than a quick fix. You need a game plan. That's why when you leave the ER, we'll connect you with the right pediatric specialists for follow-up care. Learn more about our newly expanded ER at ascension.org/Peyton Manning Indy ER.
This is James Boyd, the latest on the Colts, weekday mornings at 7 on the Fan Morning Show.
First and 10 for the Colts. They begin on the 10-yard line of their own territory. They lead the Packers 3-0. 11:22 to play in the first half. And in the ball game now is Anthony Richardson Sr. for the first time. Daniel Jones started the game 7 for 11 passing for 101 yards, and Anthony Richardson flies it to the left flat. That's a catch. Anthony Gould is spilled out of bounds, and that should be enough for a first down, depending on the spot. Actually, it's going to be 1 yard short as they spotted the ball to the 19 instead of the 20, but still a really good gain on first down for Anthony Richardson. AR in 15 career starts. He's 8-7 record-wise, 21 total touchdowns, and looking for more consistency in year number 3, Joe writes.
Nice job right there. They had AD, Mitchell, and Gould stacked. Mitchell goes deep. Gould just breaks it off for a little speed out. Nice throw and catch. The ball was right on the money on a quick drop. 9-yard gain. Really good, solid first play for Richardson.
Giddens is the running back, left of Anthony. RPO, flows it over the middle. That's incomplete, looking over the middle to Ashton Doohan, rather. And the pass was broken up by the Packers by Bo Melton. The backup cornerback got his hands on it. So it'll bring up 3rd and 1 after the incompletion there from Anthony Richardson. So 1 for 2 so far. And that'll stop the clock with 10:37 to play in the second quarter. The Colts lead by a field goal. They scored points on their last possession. This is drive number 3 for the Colts. Colts on the move left to right. Colts in the blue, Packers in the white. Richardson under center. Hands off to Giddens. He's hitting the backfield, but second effort does get him across the 20-yard line, barely to about the 20.5. So does get enough to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
Timeout on the field for virtual measurement.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now I like to talk about the technology stuff. All right, so this is the virtual measurement, or in other words, the Skyhawk for a first down. So this is the method for measuring first downs in the NFL now. We're switching from the chain gangs. Now it is all about these camera-based technology in 2025. Sony's Hawkeye virtual measurement system consists of 6 8K cameras for optical tracking of ball positioning. So the chain gang crew is still here. They remain on the sidelines, but they're a secondary capacity, if you will, for measuring these first downs. We also have a Colt player down on the field. That's Blake Freeland. This is not good because the Colts have 2 injuries so far today in terms of guys that will not come back. Hunter Wohler, who started at safety, he's out with a foot. And then Braden Smith is out with a groin. So,
and as that happens so often, Freeland's blocking his guy, end of the play, he gets rolled up on by his own guy. Looked like it may have been, kind of rolled right into his ankle right there. And Matt, unfortunately, he's still down on the field. And, that's unfortunate for the Colts because Freeland's a guy that, started some games last year. And the Colts are counting on to be depth across that offensive line. So you hope, Matt, that this injury is nothing too serious.
And there is an injury timeout on the field to take a look at Blake Freeland. So we'll step aside quickly. 10:27 to go, second quarter. Colts lead the Packers 3-0. And when we come back, 3rd and 1 for the Colts on their own 19. We're back in just a moment.
A winning team works together for a shared goal. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is teaming up with the Colts to shine a light on outstanding small businesses. Indy is our hometown, and boosting local businesses is just one way we want to thank this great city. Go to Colts.com/Anthem Spotlight to nominate your favorite small business today. Anthem and the Colts, helping Hoosier small businesses score points. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc.
Listen up, Indy. This is the money-saving scoop from Citizens Energy Group. Turn off the water while brushing your teeth. Check faucets, toilets, and pipes for leaks. Do full loads of laundry to use water wisely. Save water to save money. The more you can conserve, the more you can save. Find more ways to save on your bill at citizensenergygroup.com.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable. Silverado. Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Trax.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your Central Indiana Chevy dealers today.
Colts fans, it's time to gear up for the season. The Colts Pro Shop has everything you need from game day essentials to fan cave collectibles. With the largest selection of Colts gear, the Colts Pro Shop features jerseys, sideline gear, hats, tailgating accessories, and much more. Check out the latest gear today by visiting the Colts Pro Shop at Lucas Oil Stadium, located in the northeast corner of the stadium, or shop online at shop.colts.com. The Colts Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience.
We'll discuss this game and all things Colts weekdays at noon on Query and Company, 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Well, welcome back to Colts football. And unfortunately, we just saw a bad scene. Blake Freeland in year number three out of BYU, unfortunately had to be carted off the field. And the injury report there brought to you by Forte Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, proud partner of the Indianapolis Colts since 1984. So the Colts are down a couple of tackles today. Bernard Ryman didn't play. Braden Smith left the game with a groin. Jalen Travis still in the game. And then the Colts are down to some depth pieces here. This is 1st and 10 for the Colts. Out of the pocket, rolling out is Anthony Richardson to his left. Throws across his body, connects again with Anthony Gould. And a gain of about 9 more yards up to the 29-yard line. So Anthony Richardson looking sharp so far. He's 2 for 3 for 18 yards and 2 connections to Anthony Gould.
Man, that's deja vu. 9 yards again on first down to Gould, but this one was different. They faked the handoff to the right. Richardson boots out left. Gould's wide open. Again, a nice throw and catch to lead him to the sideline. And so far, AR, 2 nice completions to Gould.
It's 2nd down and very short for the Colts. Ball this time for the Colts in the left hash. It's 3-0 Indianapolis. 9:35 and moving here in the second quarter. Counter give to DJ Giddens. Stutter steps his way through the hole and will pop it up to the 31-yard line and get a first down. He picks up 2 when he needed 1 on 2nd and short. So the chains will move for the Colts. Let's quickly pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
From the TribeHubler.com studios, this is 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
WIBC HD2, HD3, Indianapolis.
DJ Giddens last week had 6 for 17 on the ground. In the first game against the Ravens so far this afternoon, he's got 3 carries for 9 yards and a first down conversion there moments ago. 1st and 10 Colts on their own 31-yard line. Anthony Richardson goes out of the gun, ball between the hash marks, backs on play action, standing tall in the pocket, and he'll throw upfield. Flags everywhere on the play. It's incomplete. It's short out of the reach of A.D. Mitchell into Packers territory, but again, multiple flags on the field.
Holding, defense number 26. 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
So that'll go against the Packers. Guilty party there is Micah Robinson, the cornerback. It was very obvious, and automatic first down upcoming for the Colts. That'll move them into favorable.
Correction, the foul is on number 36.
Okay, that's on the other corner. That's Kamal Haddon from Tennessee, but he still produces a first down to the 36-yard line. Colts in their own territory.
Yep, defensive holding again before the ball is released. That's a 5-yard penalty, automatic first down. But, Matt, to circle back, Giddens, he's really had some tough runs in there. He's always fallen forward, getting yards after contact. That's great to see, young running back out of Kansas State.
Richardson to pass. It's high, but bringing it down for the Colts is Drew Ogletree, fighting for extra yards near the Colts sideline. Powers his way inside Green Bay's 45-yard line and finally spilled down to the 43.
Great catch by Ogletree there, rumbling ahead. Took 4 Packers to bring him down right there. He runs that corner route out of the backfield. The ball was on time. Ogletree made a tough, contested catch. Great to see, Matt, production all across that tight end group so far.
Play action. Richardson again to pass. Zips it near side. Ashton Doolan with a catch. And he's forced out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be taken out at the Green Bay 25-yard line. 18 more yards through the air for the Colts. And Anthony Richardson on fire on his opening possession of the game.
And I like that, Matt. You get the long completion. You go quick up to the huddle. You snap it again. Richardson, another nice ball right there. Matt, I'd say he looks sharp so far throwing the ball. Nice job from AR5.
He's 4 out of 5 on the opening possession of the game for him. 57 yards through the air on this possession. 1st and 10 Colts at the 25-yard line. Colts lead 3-0. Richardson under center, sweeps it left side to Giddens outside the numbers. He cuts upfield, and he's stacked up just short of the 25-yard line. Forward progress will be stopped at the 26. And he's stopped by Green Bay's linebacker on the tackle, Tyron Hopper, in on the stop. So no gain, actually a loss of about a half yard there for Giddens as they try to get the edge on the sweep. It'll bring up second down and a long 10 for the Colts as we approach 7 minutes to go until halftime.
Colts ran the old toss crack play. So you had two tight ends. They blocked down. You try to pull the offensive lineman, get out in space. But unfortunately, they weren't able to get out there in time, and there was a swarm of Packers waiting for Giddens there. He really had no chance on that one.
This time it's Goodson into the game of the running back, and throwing it over the middle is Richardson. Connects with Ogletree, and he's going to be spun down just inside the 20-yard line around the 19. So a good get back down for the Colts. Pickup of about 7. And now it'll bring up third and very manageable 3rd and 4. 6:40 and counting here in the second quarter. The ball at the 19-yard line of Green Bay. So for the second straight drive, the Colts are inside that Coca-Cola red zone.
And what I like, Matt, Richardson's decisive in the pocket. They're running some quick routes, some quick throws. He's getting the ball out quick, right on time, right to the receivers, delivering it where it needs to be.
Richardson out of the gun, Doolin in motion. Now he's going to set up shot back to the right side, tucked into the formation. Richardson outside the pocket, looking to run or pass, and throws upfield, floats it up for a first down around the 10-yard line. Ashton Doolin was wide open, and then yards after the catch down to the 9. It's a gain of 10, but another flag on the play. Everything is so disjointed today offensively for the Colts.
A legal man downfield.
That was a player downfield offense, number 60. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
And that's a tough one, Matt, because on that play, it's an RPO, so you're faking the handoff. Richardson's booting out. He's kind of holding the ball, waiting to see what the defensive end does. If he plays Richardson, he gets it out to Doolin, which was a great job, but sometimes in that, the linemen don't know if you're running it or not. He got a little bit downfield, and unfortunately, it's brought back. And now, instead of the first down inside the red zone, we're looking at 3rd and long here.
Yeah, it's Tanner Bortolini who got put into a bad spot. 3rd and 9 after the penalty. Move the ball back to the 24. The Packers are bringing the blitz. Richardson in trouble. Gets out of the initial wave. Going to take off. There's a flag on the play. Richardson's scramble will conclude around the 15-yard line. This is going to be defensive holding, though, on the Packers. And the scramble for Anthony Richardson might be enough to produce a first down.
Yeah, great job by Richardson.
Holding. Defense number 37. 5-yard penalties added to the end of the run, an automatic first down.
That's Jonathan Baldwin, and the penalties on the Packers are mounting up. That'll be their 6th flag of the first half, and that will produce a first down run for the Colts at the 10-yard line of Green Bay. So the first down scramble, or the scramble by Richardson. Yeah.
And Matt, that's where you see the elusiveness. The Packers brought 6 guys. They brought a blitz. AR was able to see it, step up in the pocket, use his speed and athleticism to get the first down. You tack on the penalty, and now we're rolling.
Yeah, it's 1st and goal. Outside give to Tyler Goodson, and he lost his footing, but keeps pitter-pattering inside the 5. He'll go down around the 3-yard line for a gain of 7. And good maintain of the balance as best he could there by Tyler Goodson to get yardage inside the 5. 2nd down and goal for the Colts at the 3. They're quickly right back on the ball. Richardson out of the gun. They give it to Goodson right up the middle. Now he's angling to the right, looking for the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Tyler Goodson. A run into the end zone of 3 yards. And the Colts have the first touchdown of the game. And now they lead the Packers 9-0.
And you know Goodson wanted that one, Matt. The former Packer, he was hitting his hand on the turf the play before because he thought he was going to get in. Go right back to him. Good push by the line up front. And the Colts here with their first touchdown of the ball game.
Tyler Goodson last year had a rushing touchdown and a receiving score. 4th year out of Iowa, undrafted rookie free agent, initially a couple years back by the Green Bay Packers. And we talked to him on the pregame show today, and he said, hey, I still think about being let go by Green Bay. Still think about that and have a little bit of a chip on my shoulder. It's always good to play them, even if it's a preseason game. And he finds the end zone against his former squad. The extra point up and good. Added through by Spencer Schrader. And the Colts go 12 plays, 90 yards, 6 minutes and 22 seconds of time of possession. And that was Anthony Richardson's first possession playing quarterback, and it was a good one. 5 of 6 in the passing game for 64 yards, and the Colts lead the Packers now 10-0 on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard with exactly 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Timeout on the field. Packers ball. They begin again on offense when we return. Stay with us. You're listening to the Colts on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Ready for a new and exciting career challenge? At DHL Supply Chain, you're part of a team committed to creating innovative solutions for some of the biggest brands in the world. We're recognized as a best place to work, where people are valued, supported, and respected. DHL Supply Chain is hiring for a wide range of salaried operational and functional roles. Previous experience in logistics is welcome, but not required. All opportunities, no boundaries. DHL Supply Chain. Apply today at joindhl.com.
Colts fans, level up game day with Vivid Seats. They've got the seats you want for the deals you deserve. Plus, they're the only ticket company that rewards you for buying. As the official fan experience partner of the Colts, we're offering exclusive VIP packages with unforgettable fan experiences for all games this season. Bundle game tickets with pregame field passes or join fellow fans at the Vivid Seats Party in Touchdown Town. Score the seats you want, all backed by 100% buyer guarantee. Download the app to order, track ticket updates, and earn rewards. Vivid Seats, the official fan experience partner of the Colts.
The newly expanded ER at Peyton Manning Children's Hospital is built for whatever comes your way, with more space and a team trained for the toughest plays. And when your child is seriously hurt or sick, you need more than a quick fix. You need a game plan. That's why when you leave the ER, we'll connect you with the right pediatric specialists for follow-up care. Learn more about our newly expanded ER at ascension.org/Peyton Manning Indy ER.
Your home for Colts football is 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Welcome back to Colts football. Traffic got you heated? Maybe you just need a Snickers ice cream. Snickers ice cream is made with 100% real peanut butter ice cream, smooth caramel, crunchy peanuts, and covered in a chocolatey shell. The Colts get into the end zone with Tyler Goodson on a 3-yard rushing touchdown. The Colts now lead 10-0 with 5 minutes left in the first half. Matt?
Well, the Colts got out of their shell on that drive. Anthony Richardson, 5 out of 6 in the pass game for 64 yards, and the Colts now lead the Packers 10-0. 5 minutes exactly to play in quarter number 2. That's the score on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard. Spencer Strader is set to kick off for the Colts at the 35-yard line, left to right, back to Green Bay. Right foot into it, drills it high and end over end, but short of the goal line. It's fumbled and bobbled by Israel Abikanda, the 10, navigating right side 15. He's at the 20 and prances his way up to the 25-yard line. That's too much of a return after a blunder of a play by Abikanda at the beginning of that reception on the kickoff return. So all things considered, pretty decent field position coming up for the Packers. But Tyler Goodson with a 2-yard run into the end zone. He told us in the offseason, Joe, he's working on boxing in the offseason, working on upper body core strength around that shoulder area. It was good to see him punch the ball inside that, get it across the goal line.
No question, especially the former Packer. You could tell he wanted that one bad. Colts get their first touchdown of the game, and that offense looked really good there. Richardson was sharp all drive, only had one incompletion, did a good job of getting the ball out quick and where it needed to go all drive.
New quarterback into the game will set the scene for the Packers as they hand off to a running back who charges across the 30, and that's Emmanuel Wilson, the ball carrier, and he's going to plunge up to the 32-yard line. So now playing quarterback for the Packers, a new face in there, undrafted rookie free agent. This is a young man by the name of Taylor Elgersma, and he's a rookie, and he's from Wilfrid Laurier, and that is obviously from the Great White North up in Canada. Spent 4 years there and played in U Sports. That's the highest level of amateur football in Canada. 3-year starter there, led the country in passing yards and completions in 2023. We have a flag on this play for the Packers, 2nd and 1 after the long run on first down by Wilson. As they keep it on the ground, do the Packers again here. It produces a first down, but again, a flag during the play.
That's a hole. That's coming back.
We're down to 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go until halftime here at Lucas Oil Stadium.
And Matt, a lot of play-by-play guys can give stats on people from the United States, but you go up into Canada, you cover all of, America, and that's why you're the best, my friend.
It doesn't matter where you're from. We'll find you. All right, we'll get some stats on you. He's originally from London, Ontario, Canada. He was actually invited to the Senior Bowl.
Colts ball. Colts ball.
Yeah, I thought initially that they might have been trying to rip the ball out of the possession of Wilson on that play. It's a face mask penalty on the Packers, and the Colts actually ripped it out of Wilson's hands.
Rolling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. During the play, personal foul, face mask, offense number 71. That 15-yard penalty is enforced from the dead ball spot. First down for Indianapolis.
So the guy that physically had the ball in his hands at the end of that play was Jonathan Edwards. Did you see it the same way, Joe, with him coming up with that forced fumble and then ultimately the recovery, too?
Yeah, there was a big scrum right there in Green Bay. He kept trying to churn his legs. They did not call forward progress. Edwards got in there and just ripped the ball out late. And, man, what a change of events for the Colts. Get your first turnover of the game. Tack on the 15-yard penalty that still goes. The Colts are going to set up shop right about the 20-yard line.
So, officially, the recovery is from Austin Ajike. And then you're right, the face mask penalty on Belton. And, boy, he's had a rough go of it, hasn't he? Holy smokes. And that'll be enforced from the 37 down to the 22-yard line. So 1st and 10 Colts right outside the Coca-Cola red zone looking for more here. Great opportunity for the offense led by Anthony Richardson again, who backs the throw on first down. Clean pocket, and it's over the middle, and it's out of the reach wide to DJ Giddens, and he just didn't have enough real estate to bring that in. That's one of the rare errant passes thrown today by Anthony Richardson, who's now 5 for 7 for 64 yards. He'd like to have that pass back. Giddens was more open than he wasn't, if you will, so now it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and you saw Richardson right there as soon as he can. He pointed at Giddens. He was tapping his chest. He was saying, hey, that's my bad. That one's on me, but that's okay. No harm done. 2nd and 10 here. Still got a great chance to get another touchdown here late in the second quarter.
Well, Giddens stays in as the running back. They give it to him on a delay. He's right up the gut. First down and more. He's at the 10. Ping bongs off of tacklers. And he is going to roll down to the 10-yard line where he stopped there. That's a gain of 12 yards. Yeah, that was a nice-looking run there by DJ Giddens.
And you know what I liked right there, Matt? He's got patience. He's got vision. You know, for somebody that's a young player, he followed his line. He did a little stutter step there, let his lineman get out in front of him. Then he makes the quick cut afterwards. But first down, huge gain on 2nd and 10. You get it all back on the first down running the football.
Yeah, that was like an old pinball machine there. He was bouncing off tacklers. They call his number here again. Tries the right side and is going to be upended at the 11-yard line. A flag at the end of the play, though, as he was tackled hard on the outside by Kamal Haddon.
Holding, offense number 85, 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
That's on Drew Ogletree. He was guilty of a hold last week as well in that Raven game. And so now we have another injury to inform you. Tyler Goodson is leaving the game as we speak, being taken back to the Colts locker room. So we'll continue to monitor that. So Hunter Wohler has left. And Blake Freeland has left, and so has Braden Smith, all with injuries today. So after that penalty, it'll bring up 1st and 20 back to the 20-yard line. 1st and goal from the 20. It's Richardson out of the gun ball in the near hash. Floats it right side out of the reach of Giddens again. We'll check down to the right. Bad throw there by Anthony Richardson, trying to regroup here on 2nd and long. That'll stop the clock with 3:03 remaining until halftime. The Colts lead 10-0, and they're trying to convert here with points off of a defensive takeaway.
And Matt, you know, the biggest thing you want in any preseason game, you want to get work done, you want to play well, but you want to avoid injuries. And unfortunately, the Colts have been snake bit a little bit in this first half. You know, several guys now have left the game with injuries, and you just hope for the majority of them they're not serious or long-term ones.
Richardson again to pass. Clean pocket, over the middle, delivers into the end zone. That's over the head of his intended target. That time was Will Mallory, about 5 yards into the blue paint in the end zone for the Colts. So a couple of incompletions here for Anthony Richardson. Now 5 for 9 passing in his second possession of work. 2:58 to go until we break for halftime. 3rd and goal for the Colts at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and that last pass, Mallory running a seam route, kind of running down the right side, but there were a couple Packers there. Not really a chance he had on that ball.
Giddens stays in as the back right. 2 receivers go left. A.D. Mitchell split out wide to the left. In the slot left is Anthony Gould. Richardson, here comes the blitz, and he floats it right, caught by a back. It's a 15, spinning close to the 10-yard line for the Colts, down around the 11. That's DJ Giddens on an improv play there by Anthony Richardson, who felt the pressure, then flicked it right to Giddens, who then just played football and tried to get upfield as best as he could down to the 11-yard line. Gain of only 9, and now the Colts will settle for another short field goal for Spencer Schrader. It's 4th and goal at the 11-yard line.
And Richardson did the best he could out of that, man. I thought it actually was offsides. That left defensive end got such a jump on Travis off that left side. I thought it may have been offsides. They didn't call it. Richardson did a good job of stepping up, getting some positive yards, and setting up an easier field goal.
29-yard effort from Spencer Schrader. Kick is up. And it is good. So he's 2 for 2 today. He's made both connections inside the 30-yard line. That one, from 29, earlier from 25. And the Colts have 3 more and a field goal following a fumble recovery by the Colts defense. So the scoring drive for the Colts, brought to you by Sharp Business Systems, is 6 plays, 11 yards, 1 minute and 56 seconds of time of possession, and Spencer Schrader connects on a 29-yard field goal. Sharp Business Systems, the official document solutions provider of the Indianapolis Colts. Time now for scores around the NFL, brought to you by Kittle's Furniture, Indiana's home team since 1932. A couple of other games in action right now. Detroit and Miami are tied at 7 in the Motor City. Houston leads Carolina 7-3, and New England is beating the Vikings in Minnesota as we speak, 14-0. Philadelphia is beating Cleveland 13-9. Later on today, Las Vegas hosts San Francisco. Dallas will host Baltimore at 7 p.m. Also 7 p.m. tonight, you've got the 2 L.A. teams getting together, Rams and Chargers, Giants, Jets at 7, Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay later on tonight. And then the nightcap is Denver and Arizona as the Colts kick off back to the Packers. Abanconda charges ahead across the 30. He'll be stalled down by the Colts around the 31, 32-yard line. And on the tackle for the Colts was Drew Ogletree. And we're just 9 seconds in front of the 2-minute warning here in the first half. The Colts lead 13-0 over the Packers on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard. Packers ball, and you still assume that Taylor Elgersma is still in the game playing quarterback for the Packers. And before this series can start, there's a Colt player needing some medical attention. I'll tell you who that is in just a second. Malik Willis started the game at quarterback for the Packers. He was 6 for 14 through the air for 83 yards. And I think that is, Casey, did you say Shegu Alubi?
Yeah, it looks like 50, Shegu Alubi on that one.
Yeah, he got up a little bit slow, Matt, after that kickoff coverage. So, again, injuries mounting up a little bit for the Colts.
Yeah, this is not what you want. I mean, it's good that you're taking advantage of, some 2s and 3s playing for the Packers today, but the injuries, those are something that you just can't have in the preseason to key players. And this is another one in terms of depth on defense and also special teams value here. Shegu Alubi is walking off the field.
Yeah, in that linebacker position, Carlisle's expected to be the starter against Franklin, but
great point.
He's missed, time during camp, and so you're still 22 days away, Matt, from the first game, but, especially when you get through this next game against Cincinnati, it's going to start coming awful quick. So, again, hopefully a lot of these injuries are short-term, and these guys can get back to the blue and white.
Yeah, Alubi in his 4th year out of UNLV.
False start, offense number 76. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Another penalty on Green Bay. You could see that one even from up here. Clear as day. False start on the Packers. That'll be their 8th penalty so far this first half.
A lot of penalties from the O-line for Green Bay. I'm sure their O-line coach is not happy. That always brings some bad juju when you hear the false start on 76 inside this stadium there, Matt. I was hoping you just kind of scathed right through that one.
A couple of those there from Joe Wrights, but great play as well as Elgersma is taken down in the backfield. A sack for the Colts back to the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 7, and this time it's going to go to the cornerback coming in off the edge. And that is Chris Lamons.
This is the 2-minute warning.
And that'll take us down to the 2-minute warning. A loss of about 7-8 yards there. It'll bring up 2nd down and 21 for the Packers as we have reached the 2-minute warning of the first half. All Colts, though, on the scoreboard. Indianapolis 13, Green Bay nothing at the 2-minute warning. Packers face 2nd and long around their own 22-yard line when we come back for more in just a moment on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, our departure has been delayed.
Yes!
Are you kidding me, man?
Why are you so happy? I'm watching the game. Seriously? Yeah, with NFL Plus.
Get live, local, and primetime games on mobile with NFL Plus.
Unfortunately, our flight has been delayed another hour.
NFL Plus. Keep the NFL in reach. MVP!
Gas prices are out of control, which means you need to make the most of every drop of fuel. That's why you need Lucas Fuel Treatment. It cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system to maximize power and efficiency. Use it every time you fill up for optimum results. Lucas Oil is the official oil of the Indianapolis Colts and is used throughout Lucas Oil Stadium. To learn more, visit lucasoil.com. Lucas Oil. It works.
You ever feel like your money is just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money is always doing something.
Like what?
Like automatically pushing more to savings so you can take that trip.
I like trips.
Who doesn't? It even tracks your progress. You're almost there.
Wow, I better pack.
And it charts your spending so you know which vacation hat you can afford.
How does it know I like hats?
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Hey, this is JMV. Join me weekday afternoons at 3 on 107.5 and 93.5 FM, The Fan.
Colts fans, the Colts and AES Indiana want you to bring the energy to Lucas Oil Stadium all season long. Enter today for a chance to win VIP field level seats to the next Colts home game at Colts.com/AES. Final 2 minutes of the first half. It's Green Bay ball, but it's 2nd and 21. Matt?
Following a Chris Lamont sack for the Colts, their first sack of the game. They had 2 last Thursday in Baltimore. The Colts last year had 36 sacks as a defense. So we're at the 2-minute warning, Joe Wright. 2nd down and 21 coming up for the Packers. Colts lead 13-0 as the Packers break the huddle, and they get on the ball at the line of scrimmage here.
And if I'm Shane Steichen, I'm thinking 2 things. One, we got all 3 timeouts. We can get the football back. One, we get the chance to score. But maybe more importantly, you get the chance to have Richardson run a 2-minute drill.
Exactly.
Again, that situation football is invaluable, especially as, the coaches are weighing this quarterback decision for the Colts. So, Matt, great opportunity here with 2 minutes left for the Colts to get the ball back, run a 2-minute drill, try to add to that 13-0 lead.
And good news, Shegu Alubi back into the game at linebacker after he left momentarily a couple of plays ago. So 2nd and 21. Let's see if the Colts defense can get off the field here. Taylor Elgersma, the Canadian rookie quarterback, stays in there. 5 wide, 3 go left, 2 go to the right. That's the wide side of the field to the right to the boundary. Elgersma pulls it down. He's in trouble, floats it upfield, low, incomplete around the 30-yard line for his intended target. That's Cornelius Johnson, the wide receiver out of Michigan. He's yet to play in an NFL game. Won a national championship, though, with the Wolverines. Good coverage and good pass rush by the Colts to bring up 3rd down and forever for the Packers near their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by the front 4 of the Colts getting a push here. And, Matt, you got 3rd and 21 here. You got a golden opportunity. You get the ball back, you can score before half, and as our great statistician Rob Brown just reminded me, we get the ball at halftime. So that elusive double score, which can be so impactful, on the table for the Colts.
Elgersma hands off, and they're going to play conservative on a draw. Emmanuel Wilson, the ball carrier, is going to sprint across the 30. He'll be stopped by the Colts at the 33-yard line, gain of 11.
First timeout of the half, Indianapolis. Every 30 seconds.
Yep, the Colts quickly call their first timeouts. The Colts have 2 timeouts remaining. The Packers have all 3, and that'll stop the clock with 1:49 to play until we break for halftime. And this is a great scenario. Like you said, it lays out perfectly. Let's see what Anthony Richardson can do in an end-of-half situation. They drill these all the time in training camp, Joe. They did one just on Thursday in the joint practice. I think the situation was Colts had the ball at the 50-yard line, 1:12, down by 7, 1 timeout. And in those situations, more often than not, Anthony Richardson in the offense delivers.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where Richardson's really good. 2-minute. You have that ability to run the football, and oftentimes in 2-minute drills, it's just get a couple positive plays and get it going. All of a sudden, the defense is tired. They're not on the field, and that's where Richardson's athleticism from that quarterback position can be such an asset.
Wheeling on the punt. This is his 3rd punt of the half. Gets it away. Spiraling punt. Booms it downfield. Backpedaling his way and giving ground and ultimately giving up on the return is Anthony Gould. The ball bounces inside the 10. Takes a lateral bounce over to the right. And the Packers are there to down and around the numbers right side around the 8-yard line. So the Colts will have their work cut out for them here. They'll have to go about 92 yards for points at the end of the half with 1:38 to play.
And, Matt, that's, again, we talk about special teams not a lot, but that was a 59-yard net punt. The Colts are thinking maybe we get the ball back at the 20, 25. It goes over his head, takes a favorable bounce, and now you're starting your 2-minute drill backed up. So you got to be a little bit careful here. Obviously, you want to go and score and get points. You also don't want to have a turnover deep in your own end zone. Let's see if they go conservative here, maybe a screen draw run to try to start this off.
Richardson out of the gun on 1st down. Inside handoff goes to Giddens, and he's going to charge his way across the 10. He's going to get to the 15. Half extra yard up to about the 15.5-yard line, short of the 16. But a good productive run, and the Colts quickly get back on the ball without calling a timeout. Gain of 8 yards, minute 20 and counting here in the first half. Colts lead the Packers 13-0. Second down and short. Richardson steps up in the pocket, gets out of a sack, rolls to his left, throws upfield. The ball is batted down back into his face. Great defensive play by the Packers on the pass breakup. That is Zach Tom. Check that. That is Tyler Cooper.
And Matt, so end of half, you're up 13-0. You're running the 2-minute drill. 1, you want to protect the football. 2, you want to try to score. At this point, you want to try to get into field goal range, but 3rd and 4, if you're the Colts, you just got to get that first down. You still got 2 timeouts. You still have plenty of time, but this 3rd and 4, getting past the sticks is paramount.
Keith Randolph on the pass breakup. There's 2 number 60. This is like a CYO game here. 3rd and 2. Richardson in trouble again. Flag on the play. Airs one down the right sideline. Over the head. A catch is made by Anthony Gould, and he gets up. He doesn't even know if he should still run upfield. He didn't know if he's down by contact, but a great over-the-shoulder basket catch made by Anthony Gould.
Offside, offense, number 10. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
That's on A.D. Mitchell. That's why that play was so disjointed. I mean, I saw the flag initially. It was very obvious the Colts were guilty of something at the line of scrimmage pre-snap. And Anthony Gould made a hell of a catch, but it goes down for no gain. And the Colts will actually go backwards on the play because of the penalty, moving back to around the 11-yard line.
And, Matt, that one won't be in the stat sheet, but what an incredible catch by Gould down the sideline. Coverage draped all over him. Richardson drops it in his breadbasket. That was a great catch that will not be an official stat. And, again, unfortunately, now the Colts are backed up inside their own 10, minute left. Let's see if they just hand the ball off right here.
3rd and 7 with Richardson out of the gun, ball in the left hash. Giddens stays in as the running back. And another free rusher gets after Anthony Richardson and brings him down on a sack around the 2-yard line. That's a loss of 9 on the play. Another sack goes to Deslin Alexander for Green Bay.
And Matt Richardson, he didn't have a chance. They ran a TE. He comes completely unblocked right through the middle of the pocket. He tackles Richardson. Thankfully, Richardson, holds on to the football with that hit. And now, Matt, in this wacky possession that we've had, there's a minute left. Green Bay's got all 3 timeouts, and they're thinking we're going to get the ball back on the right side of the 50, and we got the chance to score.
59 seconds to go, so plenty of time like you talked about, Joe.
First charge timeout of the half, Green Bay. It will be 30 seconds.
Yeah, Green Bay just took their first timeout, so both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. So we're going back and forth here with strategy and gamesmanship. It was a great job of the Packers defense to quickly get the Colts off the field. But the Colts did a lot of self-infliction on that drive as well with the penalty. And so McCole Hardman will trot back deep to receive this punt return. And no matter how you slice it, the Packers are poised to get pretty good field position out of this, with the Colts punting about 8 yards deep in their own end zone from Rigoberto Sanchez. The line of scrimmage is the Colts' 3-yard line.
Yeah, disappointing there with the penalty. Obviously takes away the big play, but you're the Colts. You think we got the chance to go score, and now it's looking like favorable that Green Bay may get points on that. So that's, situational football. The positive is the Colts are going to get a chance now on their defensive side to run a 2-minute drill and see what kind of chops they have there on the other side of the ball.
Rigo Sanchez on to punt. This is his second punt of the afternoon. He'll have to get it away in his own end zone, though. Right foot into it, drives it downfield. Line drive, spiraling kick. Hardman underneath it, plays it at his own 43-yard line, angling right, 45. He's at 50, into plus territory, and he's run out of real estate and dragged down over on the far sideline by the Colts. That's Laquan Treadwell on the tackle for the Colts.
And that's a really good job by the coverage unit. When you're backed up in your own end zone, you generally got to kick it quicker, more of a line drive. You don't get the great hang time that Rigo usually does. So shout out to the Colts coverage unit. Had some issues last week in Baltimore. Did a nice job there on what Hardman had a lot of space right there, and thankfully only got about a 4-yard return.
54-yard punt. And the return for the Packers takes it down to the Colts' 47-yard line. 1st and 10, 47 seconds to go in the first half. Packers are looking for their first points of the game. It's the first time, too, today. They've started in plus territory. The rookie, Taylor Elgersma. And he's going to throw it left side, incomplete. And it was bobbled and juggled and unable to hang on to that for the Packers. Yeah, exactly. That is Julian Hicks, the wide receiver out of Albany. But Chris Lamons had his hands in on the incompletion as well.
Matt, we talked about cornerback depth before the show started. Lamons is having himself a heck of a game. He's been really good in coverage, almost had the interception, solid in the run game. He had that sack when they brought him off the slot. So Lamons is making a name for himself out here today.
Second down and 10 to the 47-yard line. Packers in plus territory. They've got 2 timeouts, 41 seconds. Colts lead 13-0 on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard. Empty set for El Gersma. 3 receivers go to the left. Flag on the play. They're going to let it roll, though. El Gersma, with plenty of time, fires over the middle. That's a catch inside the 35-yard line down to the Colts 33. And again, it's Hicks on the reception. But again, a flag on the play.
Formation. Offense number 76 was not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
There's bad football, and then there's what the Packers are doing today on offense. That's their 9th penalty.
Well, and they've almost all been on the offensive line. Pre-snap penalty, left tackle was not far enough on. That's a point of emphasis this year. But again, Matt, oftentimes in the preseason, you'll see games called a lot tighter. The guys are moving in and out, but, referees generally going to call it tighter with the points of emphasis. So you often see a lot more penalties in the preseason than you do the regular season.
El Gersma, the rookie, backs the throw, clean pocket, checks it down, caught by Wilson, 45, 50, down the far sideline into Colts territory, 30, 25, and he is blasted out of bounds by the Colts around the 20-yard line. Emmanuel Wilson with a little check down to the right, and Shegu Alubi missed the tackle for the Colts, which led to a huge catch, or I should say run after the catch by Wilson all the way down to the Colts 21-yard line is where they're going to spot the ball. That is a huge gain for the Packers. It covers 32 yards and a first down.
Yeah, a little swing pass out of the backfield. Alubi had a beat on him. He was coming across the field. A little stutter step caused Alubi to pause and let him break free down the sideline for a huge game.
El Gersma out of the gun. Inside the red zone are the Packers. El Gersma holding on to the ball, floats it upfield and hits off a Packers shoulder pad. He was just trying to avoid a sack and flick it to someone in a white jersey. And it's going to go down as an incomplete pass. And the Colts had great pressure on the play supplied by Darrell Nchami, the defensive end for the Colts. It brings up second down and 10 at the 20-yard line of Indianapolis is half of the field.
So 19 seconds to go. Green Bay's got 2 timeouts, so they can use the whole field right here.
El Gersma 5 wide, 3 go left, 2 go to the right. The boundary's to the right. El Gersma looks left. And he's got to drive one in the middle of the field. It's broken up by the Colts at the goal line. Actually, it's caught, and there is a flag on the play. That's Ben Sims, the tight end, who caught it in traffic.
Illegal formation. Offense number 71 is not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
But it's all wiped away with another penalty by the Packers, pre-snap wise. It's their 10th penalty. That was a hell of a catch by Ben Sims. He had 2 Colts players draped on him. I thought the Colts broke it up, but it was Sims with a terrific catch at the goal line to get into the end zone, but it was wiped off with another penalty.
Yeah, false start on 71, his 4th penalty of the game. That one was close. I kind of thought he moved right where the ball was snapped, but we'll take it for the Colts. That brings them back, and now they're back at the 25, second and 15.
El Gersma hands off to a back. This is Abani Konda, and he's going to pinball his way down to the 20-yard line. Bounced off a couple of tacklers.
Second charge timeout of the half, Green Bay. It will be 30 seconds.
That's a gain of 5. It's going to bring up third down. Abani Konda in his 3rd year out of Pittsburgh. He's claimed by Green Bay back on July 26th. He was waived by San Francisco. So Green Bay calls another timeout. They've got 1 remaining, just 9 seconds to go in this wacky second quarter, especially the last couple of minutes here. The Colts were unable to do anything on a potential 2-minute drive before the half, giving the ball back to the Packers with good field position. They started this drive on their own at the Colts 47-yard line. So the Packers trail 13-0. They've got time, you would think, here for 2 more plays. Yep. They're going to line up here in 5 wide. 3 go right. That's the boundary. 2 go left, the wide side of the field. El Gersma out of the back, or out of the backfield by himself. The Colts bring pressure. Another flag on the play. The connection is over the middle. It's caught by the Packers. Now they're sprinting to the right side. Inside the 5. It's Ben Shepard, the receiver on the catch, and then he's going to dance down to the Colts 3-yard line and pick up 17.
Offense number 71 is not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Another illegal formation. Anthony Belton is having one of the more forgetful football instances of his life. How many flags is that on him in this second quarter alone? It's got to be at least 4.
He's got 5 for the first half, Matt, so a forgettable day for him for sure. But positively for the Colts, they had 4 rushers, and they had about 7 guys with their heels on the goal line. With 9 seconds left on the 20, all you're doing is keeping everything in front of you. The Colts did that. They force a field goal. Nice job by them, and we'll see if the rush can get them to miss again like they did on that first drive of the game.
So wipe out the big game to the wide receiver for the Packers, and now it's going to be about a 43-yard field goal here for the rookie Mark McNamee of Irish background. This one is up, and it is good. So that one is true. He missed earlier in the ball game from 39, and that's going to be the last play of the first half, with the Green Bay Packers settling for a field goal at the end of the second quarter. But they're on the board. The Colts lead by 10, though, at the break on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard. It is the Colts 13 and the Packers 3 as both teams head to their respective locker rooms at halftime. Our halftime report is coming up next with Casey Valier. Stick around with that. Also, Colts football is brought to you by Huntington Bank. Welcome to Huntington Bank, the bank that believes everybody deserves a shot at financial success. Huntington Bank, the official bank of the Indianapolis Colts. Colts football also brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Enter the Kicking with the Colts sweepstakes, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, for a chance to be on the field during kickoff and enjoy the game. Again, at the break, Colts 13, Packers 3. Our halftime report is coming up next. Stay with us on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Corson Fire and Security is proud to be the official security provider and fire protection experts of the Indianapolis Colts. Since 1946, we've understood that we're not just protecting buildings, we're protecting the dreams that built them and the lives unfolding inside them. From our knowledgeable salespeople to our highly trained technicians, we're committed to providing the very best fire protection and security solutions to businesses throughout Indiana. Learn more at Corson.com.
Sounds like it's time to call Hayes & Sons. Fire, floods, mold, and other disruptive events can wreak havoc on your home or business. That's when the Hayes & Sons team goes into action. We've got your back. From assessing the damage and taking immediate steps to secure your home, to working with your insurance to ease the pain. And from restoring contents to repairing and rebuilding, so your home feels just like it did before it was hit by the storm. When disaster strikes, call Hayes & Sons. We do restoration right.
Do you want to kick it with the Colts on the field of the next home game? Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance is giving you and 3 guests a chance to be on the field during kickoff. Enter today for a chance to see the Colts take the field and watch kickoff. Then enjoy the game from VIP field level seats and more for the ultimate game day experience. Are you ready to kick it with the Colts? Enter today at Colts.com/IFBI.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Indianapolis Colts. Non-stop flights from Indianapolis to Portland, Oregon. One way for as low as $73. Must be purchased by 9/11/2025 for travel between 8/18/2025 and 9/1/2025. Seats and days are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Hey, Colts fans, did you know that you have the power to save lives and provide hope to those in need? By saying yes to organ donation, your decision gives hope to the thousands waiting for a life-saving transplant, a second chance, a fresh start, a win they never saw coming. Just one organ donor can save up to 8 lives. You have the power to make a difference. Join Colts Nation and visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to learn more or say yes to organ donation next time you're at the BMV.
Did you know the Hoosier Lottery is the only lottery named after its people? That means you.
Me?
Yep, and you.
Me?
Yes, and all of you.
Us?
That's right, and we believe all of you could enjoy some play in your day. Even better, when you play Hoosier Lottery games, you support Indiana. Since 1989, you've given back more than $7 billion to good causes across our state.
Nice.
When you think of it like that, there's so much to play for. Hoosier Lottery, champions of play. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Staff collaboration gives your team a competitive edge. The Colts use sharp interactive displays to help create, collaborate, and educate staff and players. These powerful tools connect to computers, tablets, smartphones, and multifunction devices to help drive results for presenters, coaches, and even the Colts GM on draft day. Leadership is driven through clear communication. How can Sharp Business Systems support your mission? Help communicate your message. Call us today at 317-844-0033 or go to sbsindiana.com.
This is Jeff Rickard. We talk all things Colts every weekday morning, 7 o'clock on the Fan Morning Show.
Welcome to the Colts Halftime Report, presented by Carrier, for the world we share. Now here's your host, Casey Valier.
At halftime on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard inside Lucas Oil Stadium, the Colts lead 13-3. I'm your host, Casey Valier. Looking at some halftime numbers by the Colts quarterbacks. Daniel Jones started the game. He was 7 for 11 for 101 yards. Anthony Richardson replaced Jones to end the first half. He was 6 for 11 for 73 yards. And those were your numbers at half. Looking at some scores around the league. Brought to you by Kittle's Furniture, Indiana's home team since 1932. Some games currently in progress. There are 4 outside of this Colts-Packers game. Dolphins and Lions, it's 7-14 at the half. At the half, Panthers at Texans. The Texans lead that 10-3. Patriots lead the Vikings at the half 14-3, and the Eagles lead the Browns at half 13-12. And that's going to do it for scores brought to you by Kittle's Furniture, Indiana's home team since 1932. At the half, the Colts lead 13-3. We're going to get our second half solutions with Bill Brooks when we return on the Carrier Halftime Show right here on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Colts fans, it's time to gear up for the season. The Colts Pro Shop has everything you need from game day essentials to fan cave collectibles. With the largest selection of Colts gear, the Colts Pro Shop features jerseys, sideline gear, hats, tailgating accessories, and much more. Check out the latest gear today by visiting the Colts Pro Shop at Lucas Oil Stadium, located in the northeast corner of the stadium, or shop online at shop.colts.com. The Colts Pro Shop, a fanatics experience.
Dryron Reinbold at I-465 in Keystone. Dryron Reinbold offers BMW, Infiniti, and Mini. On US 31 South in Greenwood, we have BMW, Infiniti, Subaru, and Volkswagen. 56 years ago, we started selling high-performance gas cars, and we still do. But now we also have plug-in hybrids and fully electric cars as well. Visit DryReinbold.com to shop our great selection of new, off-lease, and quality pre-owned cars. Dryron Reinbold, 56 years, gas, hybrid, electric.
Listen up, Indy. This is the money-saving scoop from Citizens Energy Group. Turn off the water while brushing your teeth. Check faucets, toilets, and pipes for leaks. Do full loads of laundry to use water wisely. Save water to save money. The more you can conserve, the more you can save. Find more ways to save on your bill at citizensenergygroup.com.
This is Jonathan Taylor, and you're listening to your home for Colts football, 93.5 and 107.5, The Fan.
Welcome back to the Colts Halftime Report, presented by Carrier, for the world we share. Now here's your host, Casey Valier.
At half, the Colts lead 13-3. It's time for our second half solutions presented by Corson Fire and Security. Choose the right solution for your business. Choose Corson Fire and Security, the official security provider and fire protection expert of the Indianapolis Colts. And to do so, we bring in Ring of Honor wide receiver Bill Brooks. Bill, I thought we saw a really good drive from Daniel Jones on his final drive of the game, and then Anthony Richardson followed that up with a nice touchdown drive. So really not really a solution, but very positive stuff we saw from both quarterbacks today.
Yes, very positive stuff. That's what you want to see. You want to see both quarterbacks move the ball down the field, take the team down the field, be efficient, don't turn the ball over, and when you're getting the possibility of the red zone, you score points. So both quarterbacks did a nice job driving the ball down the field and taking the team to get some points.
There you go. Bill Brooks, Ring of Honor wide receiver for the Colts. You've been listening to the Halftime Report presented by Carrier. For the world we share. Second of action is coming up next. The Colts lead 13-3, and they'll receive the opening kickoff. You're listening to Colts football right here on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Join the gridiron action in Indianapolis with Caesar Sportsbook. Download the app to bet the Colts game or all the game day excitement across the league. Plus, every bet earns with Caesars Rewards, so you can score big at more than 50 destinations. Must be 21. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Caesars Sportsbook is a proud sports betting partner of the Indianapolis Colts.
Do you want to kick it with the Colts on the field of the next home game? Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance is giving you and 3 guests a chance to be on the field during kickoff. Enter today for a chance to see the Colts take the field and watch kickoff. Then enjoy the game from VIP field level seats and more for the ultimate game day experience. Are you ready to kick it with the Colts? Enter today at Colts.com/IFBI.
At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we've spent 80-plus years in the business of fun. Expert fishing fun. Early morning hunting fun. Late night, need new cleats before tomorrow morning's game fun. Relaxing fun. Mouth-watering fun. So whatever fun adventure you're gearing up for, you'll find it for less at Academy Sports and Outdoors and at academy.com.
Jan from Toyota here, with live coverage of end of summer fun at Toyota's National Sales Event, with my special guest, Eli Manning.
Thanks, Jan. Let's get into it.
Down by the lake for some fishing, we've got Eric in his Tundra. He throws his line, and he's going long!
Heck of a team effort there. That Tundra got him exactly where he needed to be.
Sure was, Eli. Until next time, go Toyota!
See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Dealer inventory may vary. Event ends September 2nd. Toyota. Let's go places.
Let me ask you something. Is your money doing everything it can for you?
I don't know. How would I know?
Is it automatically saving for special events and keeping you posted on its progress? Like at Huntington Bank?
Oh, no.
Is it tracking your spending so you can make the best choices at the mall?
Nope.
Or setting limits on your teenager's debit card?
Definitely not.
Then it could certainly be doing more.
Yeah, sure sounds like it.
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Corson Fire and Security is proud to be the official security provider and fire protection experts of the Indianapolis Colts. Since 1946, we've understood that we're not just protecting buildings, we're protecting the dreams that built them and the lives unfolding inside them. From our knowledgeable salespeople to our highly trained technicians, we're committed to providing the very best fire protection and security solutions to businesses throughout Indiana. Learn more at Corson.com.
Oil changes are expensive, so you want your motor oil to last as long as possible. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer is formulated to extend the life of your oil, allowing it to give maximum protection longer than motor oil alone. It also reduces heat, friction, and wear in any type of engine. Lucas Oil is the official oil of the Indianapolis Colts and is used throughout Lucas Oil Stadium. To learn more, visit lucasoil.com. Lucas Oil. It works.
This is Jake Query. We'll be discussing this game and a whole lot more weekdays, noon to 3. Query and Company on The Fan.
Well, welcome back to Colts football. At halftime, it's the Colts 13 and the Green Bay Packers 3 on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard alongside Joe Wrights in the broadcast booth. I'm Matt Taylor. The Colts will get the ball first to start the second half. Couple of notes. Daniel Jones started the game for the Colts, played 2 possessions. One of them led to a field goal. He was 7 for 11 in the passing game for 101 yards. Anthony Richardson came in and played the last 3 possessions at quarterback for Indianapolis. Those drives combined for 10 points. He was 6 for 11 in the passing game for 73 yards. DJ Giddens has 6 rushes for 28 yards. 4 players for the Colts have 2 or more catches. Anthony Gould has a team-high 3 catches for 30 yards. The Colts have 4 explosive plays on offense. On defense for the Colts, Austin Ajike has a team-high 6 tackles and a fumble recovery. Chris Lamons has 4 tackles and a sack and 3 passes defensed so far in the first half. Jonathan Edwards also has 4 tackles for the Colts. So those are the details. Joe, what did you think of the first half?
I thought our offense put together some good drives. I think Jones and Richardson both had one really good drive. Defensively, we did what we needed to do, even though we gave up too many yards to Green Bay on that first drive. And then, the ugly of it was just, unfortunately, a lot of injuries piling up for the Colts. Again, you hope that many of those are not serious or long-term ones.
Yeah, the injuries that you speak of. Hunter Wohler is out of the game with a foot. Braden Smith left the game with a groin. Blake Freeland had to be carted off the field with a leg. And then Tyler Goodson left the game with an elbow. So the opening kickoff of the second half just occurred. DJ Giddens runs up to around the 35-yard line. The opening kickoff of the second half is brought to you by Hayes & Sons. Water, fire, or storm damage, call the one the Colts call at Hayes & Sons. We do restoration right. So the Colts have a new quarterback into the game now. Riley Leonard, the rookie out of Notre Dame, the draft pick on play action, rolls to his right, looking to set up a tight end screen, but it's dropped by Jelani Woods around the 34-yard line. It wasn't the prettiest of passes, but Jelani Woods definitely got two paws on it. He'll tell you he should have caught that ball. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 after an incomplete pass in the first play of the second half for the Colts.
Yeah, that one's going down as a drop. They run a little play action boot, just like the very first play of the game. Woods' blocker comes off him, and Leonard dumps it over the top, and unfortunately, Jelani couldn't bring it in.
2nd and 10 for the Colts. Colts on the move right to left. Colts in the blue, Packers in the white. Riley Leonard looks right. He's going to take it down and run and scrambles upfield, and there he goes. He's pinballing off of tacklers, spinning away from contact across the 40 to the 42-yard line. He scrambles and picks up 8 yards after a broken play. He was loading up in the pocket, and then he tucked it and ran with it, and gets a really positive gain out of the play.
Yeah, Green Bay brought a blitz off the slot map. Leonard saw it, pulled the ball down, and what looked like going to be a 2-yard gain turned into 8. So that brings up a very manageable 3rd and 2 here for the Colts after that nice scramble and yards after contact from Leonard.
Leonard was 12 out of 24 in the passing game last Thursday against the Ravens. On 3rd and short, they hand off. I think that's Goodson who's back into the game. No, check that. That is Ulysses Bentley, I beg your pardon. He is stopped short of a first down. He needs the 44 for a first. He got it to the 42.5 before he's chopped down by a handful of Packers. So the Colts unable to convert 3rd and about a yard. And the drive stalls out, and the Colts will have to punt with Rigoberto Sanchez on the first drive of the third quarter.
And that's disappointing. 3rd and 2, situational football, short yardage. You expect and want to get that. Just wasn't a lot of room to run there from Bentley. Some good push from the Packers D-line.
Great punt. Leashed there by Rigo, but it does take a unfortunate bounce. McCole Hardman let it bounce over his head around the 5-yard line, and it squirts into the end zone for a rare touchback from Rigoberto Sanchez. That's a 58-yard punt by Rigo, but he rarely has balls go into the end zone for touchbacks. In fact, he only has 4 touchbacks since the start of the 2023 season. All 4 of them came last year. But the Packers begin the 20-yard line following the ball being down inside the end zone. And we'll see what they have to offer here offensively on their first possession of the third quarter. The Colts still lead 13-3 on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard. Taylor Elgersma still in the game at quarterback. He's the second QB the Packers have used today. Straight gives to Abin Kanda, and he gets across the 20 to the 21 before he is gang tackled down by the Colts. Josh Tupou led the charge there. Trey Washington, and also had help from Austin Ejike, who is the Colts' leading tackler, as we chronicled there at halftime. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
And Matt, as you get into the second half, there's going to be a lot of new names, a lot of new helmets going in for the Colts. These are guys that are working like crazy, try to make their way onto the roster. Maybe they go onto the practice squad. So even though the starters are not in the game anymore, still a lot of exciting things to watch. Some of these younger Colts trying to make a name for themselves.
Elgersma hands off. This is the running back, Israel Abinkanda, the ball carrier. He's going to lower the shoulders and get it up to the 25-yard line. Abinkanda in his 3rd year out of Pittsburgh. Again, start of the year with San Francisco. Last year was released by the Jets in December, claimed by the 49ers. They had a ton of running back injuries. Didn't see any playing time, but he's a good-looking back. And it's 3rd and 5 now for the Packers. Empty set for Elgersma, the quarterback. 3 go to the left, 2 receivers deploy to the right side. Ball between the hash marks. Colts with a 4-down lineman. Shotgun snap for the quarterback. Sets up. Shoots it near side, caught by Cornelius Johnson for a first down. Spun down on the outside by the Colts at the 37-yard line for a gain of 12. And on the tackle is Alex Johnson, who had an interception last week on Thursday night against the Baltimore Ravens, but gives up a first down completion there. It brings up 1st and 10 to the 37. Let's quickly pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
From the DriveHubler.com studios, this is 93.5 and 107.5, The Fan.
WIBC HD2, HD3, Indianapolis.
Israel Abanikanda stays in as the lone back. El Gersma under center, unbalanced line to the left side. El Gersma play action over the middle, drives it upfield, and it is a catch for a first down at the 50-yard line. Hauling that in is Julian Hicks again. He's got a couple of big catches today. He'll be stopped at the Colts' 49-yard line into plus territory. That's another first down and a good-looking pass over the middle by Taylor El Gersma with a pickup of 14 yards.
Yeah, that was hard play action. The quarterback's faking the run. Everything's run. You put your foot in the ground, and you're almost kind of throwing it blind right there, knowing the receiver's going to be in the spot. That was a good contested catch for Green Bay. And now they're on the right side of the Colts 50.
1st and 10 Packers. They're going to give off again to Abanikanda, and he's going to lower his shoulders and blast the ball between the hash marks down to the Colts' 45-yard line. Gain of 4. Stopping the play by Eric Johnson for Indianapolis. That'll take us down to about 10 minutes and 25 seconds and moving here in the third quarter. Packers trail the Colts 13-3, and we have a whistle and a stoppage down the field. And I think the Colts have a player that needs to be checked out of the game. That is Austin Ajike. He's having a nice game, very active from his linebacker position so far. He's got a team-high 7 tackles thus far.
Looks like that might have been an equipment issue.
Yeah.
Something to do with his helmet right there. So Colts now making mass substitutions here on 2nd and 6.
Jacob Phillips is in at the linebacker spot for the Colts. 2nd down and 6, as you alluded to, Joe, as they hand it off again to a running back who slides off a tackle, gets yards after the contact. And it's Abanikanda again, the ball carrier, slithering down to the Colts' 40-yard line. And that was Jonathan Edwards on the tackle for the Colts. But it does produce positive yards and sets up 3rd and short now for Green Bay. And another timeout on the field to take a look at a Colts player. This time it's Edwards who just made the tackle. He's going to have to exit the game. He's walking off the field under his own power. But somebody's going to have to come in and play for him. Too many injuries today so far for the Colts. That's been one of the bigger stories, along with the 2 quarterbacks this afternoon for Indianapolis, looking pretty sharp overall.
And I think that's one, Matt, where it's flagged by the independent neurologist on the sideline. It looks like he was signaling like he was fine, but, in the NFL now, and to be cautious with safety, which makes sense, you can have a game stopped by somebody on the sideline. Just want to make sure he's shaken up and there's no sort of injuries to the head.
El Gersma to Abanikanda, first down run. And he'll barge his way inside the 40 down to the 37. He'll pick up 3. Stop on the play for the Colts. Isaiah Land, the defensive end out of Florida A&M. But it will move the sticks for Green Bay. It is their 9th first down. The Colts today have outgained Green Bay 230 to 207. The Colts have 14 first downs compared to the Packers' 9. 1st and 10 to the Colts' 37-yard line for Green Bay. This is their first drive offensively of the third quarter. El Gersma out of the gun. Sweeping left is Abanikanda. He's getting a bulk of the workload here so far to begin the third quarter. He's going to be chopped down to the outside the numbers left at the 35-yard line by the Colts.
Green Bay getting some momentum now, Matt, in that running game. That offensive line starting to get a little bit of a push. Colts defensive line, when you're on the field for the 2nd, 3rd, 4th first down of the drive, generally that's advantage offensive line. They're making their way a little bit. We got to stand up more firm with that front 4, not give up so many yards on the ground here to the Packers.
Abanikanda with 22 yards on 6 carries. Most of that damage coming here on this drive of the third quarter. Play action rolling out is Gersma. Looking, flag on the play. He's going to take off and run, and he's going to be stopped on the outside of the 30-yard line. He'll barrel roll forward down to the Colts' 29. It's a gain of 6 if the play stands.
Holding, offense number 43, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
But it will not. Of course, another penalty on the Packers. This time it's on the tight end, Johnny Lumpkin from Louisiana Lafayette. He was a Colt practice squad player in 2023. And for the Packers, the penalties just keep on mounting. Boy, oh boy, it's going to be a rough film session for them. It's their 12th penalty, and they're at 95 yards of flags today. That's hidden yardage everywhere.
And the Colts have done a pretty good job of penalties. That was something coming out of that joint practice on Thursday. Shane Steichen was not happy about. They've cleaned it up for the most part. They did have that monumentous one in that 2-minute drill that erased the catch from Gould. But overall, they played a pretty clean game, which is why they're ahead 13-3 on the scoreboard.
El Gersman, left side screen to a running back, and that's Amar Johnson into the game for the first time, and he's going to be spun down by the Colts around the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. Desmond Little on the tackle for Indianapolis. But the running back screen to Johnson is pretty fruitful. Now it's going to bring up 3rd and 7 after the big penalty. And we're down to 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Packers are threatening here, trailing the Colts 13-3. 3rd and 7 at the Colts 34-yard line. El Gersman out of the gun, 2 receivers stacked left and right, running back to the right. El Gersman backs to throw, steps up in the pocket, dancing, avoiding traffic, throws upfield, and it's broken up by the Colts. In fact, intercepted 30, 35, 40-yard line and pushed out of bounds over on the far sideline. Intercepted, a takeaway by Daniel Scott. There's a penalty on the play as well, but for the time being, the Colts have their first takeaway of the second half. And Daniel Scott, the third-year safety out of Cal, with an interception in the preseason.
Great play by Scott, just seeing the ball, making a read on it, jumping the route. We'll see what this...
to the pass, personal foul, face mask, defense number 33. 15-yard penalty enforced in the previous block with an automatic first down.
Man, oh man, take away the takeaway there. The penalty is on the Colts. Face mask. I'm taking a look at the replay. I don't see where it occurs.
Well, the face mask was on Womack, 33, so on the other side of the field, but unfortunately wasn't even in near the action. I didn't see it. Must have just grazed his face mask, but that's tough, Matt. You go from a turnover, erases that from Scott, give a free 15 yards to Green Bay. That keeps their drive going, and now they're inside the red zone.
Yeah, to the 19-yard line following the penalty. 1st and 10 for the Packers. Big change of momentum right there. Inside give to Monty Conda. He's going to follow those hash marks, the left hash marks, up the field. He's going to blast down to the 14-yard line and pick up 5 more on first down. 6:45 and counting here in the third quarter. This is a very methodical drive by the Packers. Most of the damage on the ground. Coming up, this will be the 11th play of the drive. It's already covered over 6 minutes of time of possession.
Yeah, and Green Bay has sustained some long drives in this game. They still only got 3 points, though, to go on the scoreboard. So let's see if the Colts can make some magic again here on the defense.
Yeah, this is their second possession today that has been 10-plus plays. Their first drive was 13 plays, but they missed a field goal in the opening drive of the game for them. They trail the Colts by 10, 6.5 minutes to go until we break for the third quarter. 2nd down and 5 of the Colts 14. They're inside that Coca-Cola red zone. El Gersman, the quarterback, out of the gun, hands off to Abani Conda following the surge by the offensive line upfield. Still going 2nd and 3rd effort. He's going to finally power it down to the 6-yard line. And a first down run, a pickup of 8 yards. And now it's going to be 1st and goal coming up for Green Bay.
And something to watch, Matt, on that play before, Tuli Moloau jogging off the field talking to some Colts trainers. So let's hope everything's precautionary. But again, these injuries, I know we've talked about it, but unfortunately have kind of been mounting for the Colts. Let's hope it's nothing serious for 91, because he's really had a good camp, and he's played well in these 2 preseason games also.
1st and goal for the Packers. El Gersma under center. Ball on the right hash. 2 receivers left and right. Right side give to Ibana Conda. He slips on the turf short of the goal line. He'll be down to the 2 for a gain of 4. Where he's brought down by the Colts. Up front on the tackle, that was Trey Washington. Also, Austin Ajike is back in after having that headgear issue. Good to see him. So now it is 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line for Green Bay.
And Green Bay, expect them to keep it on the ground. They've been able to get pushed. Their offensive line is dominating our defensive line, Matt, here on this first drive of the second half. And now they got 3 cracks at it from inside the 2-yard line.
3 receivers stacked left. Now a 1-man in motion. That's Johnson to the right side. Ball between the hash marks. El Gersma out of the gun. Ibana Conda starts in the middle.
There we go.
Breaks left and is stopped short of the goal line by Eric Johnson as Ibana Conda tried to slither to the left and find some running room trying to get to the goal line. But Eric Johnson, who's back with the Colts, he was drafted a couple years ago at a Missouri State, then spent some time with the New England Patriots. Now he's back in a Colts uniform. That's a loss of 1 back to the 3-yard line. So it's 3rd and goal from there now for Green Bay with 4.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, nice job by Johnson. He's flashed early. He drew a big pass or a holding call that negated a big pass early in the game. So he's doing a nice job making a name for himself today.
El Gersma to Ebaniconda, going left, powering upfield. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown. He was going right up the hash marks and then broke it off left and just does get it across the goal line, but enough to produce 6 points for the Packers. It's their first touchdown of the game. It's now the Colts 13 and Green Bay 9 with 4 minutes and 19 seconds to go, 3rd quarter.
The Colts had him, Scott, with the initial hit. We kind of had to bottle up a little bit, but he kept those legs churning and unfortunately was able to get into the end zone.
So, Ebaniconda, last week he had 6 carries for 19 yards against the Jets. He was a workhorse on that drive. For the game, he's got 12 attempts, 43 yards, and a touchdown, a long run of 8 that came on that possession. And the extra point added up and good by the backup kicker, Mark McNamee, the rookie from the International Pathway Program of Irish background. Drives home the PAT, and the Packers with a methodical drive. 14 plays, covers 80 yards, 9 minutes of time of possession, and it's a 3-yard run for the Packers into the end zone by the 3rd-year running back, Ebaniconda gets in across the goal line. So 4:19 to go, 3rd quarter. Colts still lead on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard. It's Indianapolis 13 and Green Bay 10. Colts ball when we come back for more in a moment on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
When it comes to sports, there's always a winner and a loser. But when it comes to your sports book, it's a different ballgame. With Fanatics Sportsbook, you get fan cash back on your bets, win or lose. Thanks to Fan Cash, when you bet with Fanatics Sportsbook, even if you lose, you win. Download Fanatics Sportsbook, proud sportsbook partner of the Indianapolis Colts, and get your game day bets in today. Fan Cash subject to additional terms. Must be 21 plus. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Ready for a new and exciting career challenge? At DHL Supply Chain, you're part of a team committed to creating innovative solutions for some of the biggest brands in the world. We're recognized as a best place to work, where people are valued, supported, and respected. DHL Supply Chain is hiring for a wide range of salaried operational and functional roles. Previous experience in logistics is welcome, but not required. All opportunities, no boundaries. DHL Supply Chain. Apply today at joindhl.com.
Popsicles, sprinklers, a cool breeze. Talk about refreshing. You know what else is refreshing this summer? A brand new phone with Verizon. Yep, get a new phone on any plan with Select Phone Trade-In and My Plan. And lock down a low price for 3 years on any plan with My Plan. This is a deal for everyone, whether you're a new or existing customer. Swing by Verizon today for our best phone deals. 3-year price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate only. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
When it comes to sports, there's always a winner and a loser. But when it comes to your sports book, it's a different ballgame. Thanks to Fan Cash, when you bet with Fanatics Sportsbook, even if you lose, you win. Download Fanatics Sportsbook, proud sportsbook partner of the Indianapolis Colts, and start earning Fan Cash today. Fan Cash subject to additional terms. Must be 21 plus. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
The Ride with JMV. Weekdays at 3 on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Welcome back to Colts football. 4 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. The Packers kick off left to right to Indianapolis. Taken by the Colts. Coleman Owen to the 2-yard line. 10, 15, angling right. 20, 25. Gets out of a tackle. 30. Spins upfield. Extra effort. And he'll lunge his way up to around the 35-yard line. Terrific return by the undrafted rookie free agent, slot receiver out of Ohio, Coleman Owen, making a play on special teams. So Indianapolis has the ball for the second time here in the second half. First drive ended in a punt by Rigoberto Sanchez. 4:11 to go, 3rd quarter. Colts lead 13-10 over the Packers. On the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard, Riley Leonard stays in as the quarterback for the Colts. Colts going right to left in your mind's eye. Colts in the blue, Packers in the white. Leonard, play action, over the middle, drives it upfield. That is a catch in space. Will Mallory on the reception, and then rolls up to the 46-yard line and picks up 11 yards and a first down.
Nice catch by Mallory, but a greater play by Leonard. They brought a safety blitz right up the pipe. He did a nice job of just kind of sidestepping it, making a good little throw out there to Mallory. And again, Mallory's a guy that's quietly, I think, had a really good camp, really good receiving tight end. Another guy to think about in that room, along with Warren, Ogletree, Mo Alley Cox, in a unit that we need to produce at a much higher level this season than fully expecting them to.
Leonard to Ulysses Bentley, starts right, cuts left, 50-yard line, and is tackled forward into plus territory. And he's going to be tackled down to the Green Bay 48-yard line. And that is a nice run of 6 yards by the rookie out of Ole Miss, Ulysses Bentley the fourth. And he's got one of the greatest names on the team, Joe. I love saying that name, Ulysses Bentley.
Ulysses is just such a strong name.
It really is. I mean, you got to be a powerful, authoritative dude to pull off Ulysses, and my man does. 2nd down and 3 at the 47 of Green Bay. Leonard gives off to Bentley again, and he is going to be shot down inside the 45-yard line and produce a first down. He actually ran into one of his own offensive linemen and then cut left to get extra yards after contact, and the sticks will move for the Colts.
And he ran into Jalen Travis, Matt, the rookie out of Iowa State, just a mountain of a man. He's somebody that I'm excited about as a draft pick. He's played the whole game so far at left tackle. Again, Freeland goes out with the injury. We'll see where that shakes out, but Freeland and Travis kind of battling for that swing tackle position. You got to be able to play the left side and the right side. I think he's done a really nice job so far today.
Leonard back to throw, over the middle, dropped in and out of the hands of Laquan Treadwell, who was open in the middle of the field, dragging over to the near numbers around the 30-yard line, and he let that pass slip through his hands. It's incomplete. That was put on the money by Riley Leonard from the looks of it up here. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 with 2:22 remaining in the third quarter, with the Colts leading by a field goal.
Yeah, Leonard had the right read right there. Treadwell was dragging across the field. He was wide open, just unfortunately dropped it, couldn't bring it down.
Leonard out of the gun, good protection. Left side leaks it to Bentley. Bentley 40, cuts out towards the sideline. He's pushed out of bounds just short of a first down. A flag comes in at the end of the play at the conclusion of the run after the catch. Bentley is going to be pushed out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Gain of about 9. Not enough for a first down, but a flag.
Offense, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
They didn't give us a number, but a hold on the Colts.
Well, it was a little running back screen out of the backfield, so you got some linemen receivers running down to the perimeter. We saw that earlier in the game when we had the hold when Gould had the big run as well.
So wipe off the gain to Bentley, holding on the Colts.
Yeah, it's on Will Mallory when you look through the replay. Got him holding him right out of bounds.
Indianapolis with their 8th penalty. Again, they had 9 last time out against the Ravens, so 2nd and 12, move the ball back to the 45-yard line. Colts still in plus territory with Riley Leonard backing to throw over the middle, and it is incomplete. A little bit behind Will Mallory, was trying to negotiate the ball and take a hit at the same time, and that'll go down as an incompletion. And some yardage there the Colts would have received after a catch, but now it's going to bring up 3rd and 12 and stop the clock with 1:56 to go in the third period.
And it was a little behind Mallory because it got tipped slightly at the line of scrimmage, kind of changed the trajectory of the football. He wasn't able to bring it in. Again, you said it, man. Now it brings up 3rd and 12 here. Let's see what the Colts do. 3rd and long. Be nice if we could pick this up.
Riley Leonard so far 2 of 5 in the pass game for 19 yards. 3rd and 12 at the Packer 45-yard line. Leonard, shotgun snap to him, hands off to Bentley, and he is going to zigzag his way inside the 40, be brought down at the 39-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. Green Bay makes the tackle, and they do so with Isaiah Simmons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. Now it is 4th down, 4th and 5 at the plus 38-yard line, and now we're going to see a very long field goal try coming up from Spencer Schrader. The field goal team is on the field. This will be a 56-yard field goal. He made from this distance last year in the preseason against Cincinnati. Ball in the near hash. Rigo Sanchez to put it down. There's the spot. Kick is on its way. It's headed for the uprights, and it is good. Woo! Spencer Schrader, good from 56. Showing off that leg Year number 2 out of Notre Dame. He was 5 for 5 last year in the regular season with 3 different teams and 56 yards out. No problem for him right here at Lucas Oil Stadium. 8 plays for the Colts. It covers 27 yards, 3 minutes and 7 seconds of time of possession, and Spencer Schrader connects on a 56-yard field goal. 3 more on the board for the Colts. It's the Indianapolis Colts now 16 and the Packers 10 on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard. 1:12 to go in the third quarter. Packer ball when we come back on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
A winning team works together for a shared goal. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is teaming up with the Colts to shine a light on outstanding small businesses. Indy is our hometown, and boosting local businesses is just one way we want to thank this great city. Go to Colts.com/Anthem Spotlight to nominate your favorite small business today. Anthem and the Colts, helping Hoosier small businesses score points. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc.
This season, AES Indiana is teaming up with the Indianapolis Colts to bring the energy on the field and in your home. We're powering more than just game day. From energy assessments to rebates and free efficiency kits, AES Indiana has smart solutions that help you manage usage and cut costs. Game on, Indianapolis. Start scoring energy savings today. Learn more at aesindiana.com/ways to save. AES Indiana, powering the horseshoe and your home.
Hey, contractors and skilled tradespeople, ready to take your career to the next level? The Mechanical Contractors Association of Indiana and UA Local 440 have teamed up to bring you an unbeatable labor management cooperative. We're talking top-tier training, unmatched safety standards, and quality you can trust. Don't miss out on this game-changing partnership. Visit MCAI and UA Local 440 today and join us in building a brighter, stronger future. Together, we don't just build, we excel.
If your car is less than 10 years old, there's likely something hidden in your radio. Another way for you to listen to The Fan. Go to 93.1 and look for the HD radio button. Press it and you'll hear The Fan everywhere. Everywhere. There's a lot of sexy content on the internet. And there's The Fan, full of faces meant for radio. The Fan Morning Show, Jay Query and JMV, now streaming every day on YouTube. Go to youtube.com and look for 107.5 The Fan.
Kevin Bowen here, and we will talk all about this weekday mornings at 7 on the Fan Morning Show.
Colts football is back. Today's game is brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Let's insurance together. Find a dedicated agent or get a quote at INFB.com. The Colts extend their lead to 16-10 after a 56-yard field goal of Spencer Schrader.
And on the return for the Packers is Israel Abanikanda. He picked up the ball on the turf around the 5-yard line and then sprints upfield. He'll be rolled up at the 30-yard line inside his own territory. Tackling the play by Chris Lamons for the Colts. Moments ago, Spencer Schrader just knocked down a 56-yard field goal for Indianapolis. He's 3 for 3 today, connected from 25, 29, and 56. And that's good to see, Joe. The Colts need more consistency and production in the long field goal department. That's where they kind of struggled last year with Matt Gay.
And what's the most important thing for any kicker? It's pressure kicks. And you can only get so much of that pressure in practice or joint practice. So great to see him go out there for a 56-yarder. Great to see him nail it, Matt. That thing would have been good from 63 or 64. So that's huge for the Colts, and great job for Schrader.
On 1st and 10, Amar Johnson, the ball carrier for Green Bay. He'll get a couple up to the 33 and pick up 2. And the Colts have a ton of confidence in Spencer Schrader. Again, he's a second-year player, Notre Dame, spent time with the Colts last year in the preseason, kicked for him in week 1, spent some time, too, with the Jets and the Chiefs, 5 for 5 last year. He just has a tremendous leg. He knocked down a 64-yard field goal in practice on Thursday, so he's got the range.
And great to see him get confidence here in Lucas Oil Stadium, hitting those field goals from 50-plus.
Amar Johnson, again, the ball carrier, right up the gut to the 35, brought down by a host of Colts on the tackle, including Shegu Alubi. And that should be the final play of the third quarter, as the Packers don't really have a whole lot of urgency, kind of hovering around the line of scrimmage, and that's going to take us down to the end of the third. So as we head to the fourth, the Colts will lead the Packers 16-10. And when we come back, Green Bay will face 3rd down and 5, and they'll do so on their own 35-yard line when we come back for the start of the final period here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Stay with us. You're listening to the Colts on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Did you know the Hoosier Lottery is the only lottery named after its people? That means you.
Me?
Yep. And you.
Me?
Yes. And all of you.
Us?
That's right. And we believe all of you could enjoy some play in your day. Even better, when you play Hoosier Lottery games, you support Indiana. Since 1989, you've given back more than $7 billion to good causes across our state.
Right.
When you think of it like that, there's so much to play for. Hoosier Lottery, champions of play. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Hey, Colts fans, score a big home win with a new Carrier home comfort system. Carrier offers a full lineup of efficient solutions for a range of heating and cooling needs and price points. Visit Carrier.com/Colts to start exploring the perfect system for your family. Carrier, proud partner of the Indianapolis Colts. Turn to the experts.
From the biggest of the big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go.
Run, James!
No. First base.
Go, go, go! Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
Query and Company. Weekdays at noon on 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
Colts fans, enter the Kicking It With a Colts sweepstakes presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance for a chance to be on the field during kickoff and enjoy the game from VIP field level seats. Enter today at Colts.com/IFBI. Final 15 minutes, Matt.
3rd down and 5 as we start the 4th quarter for the Green Bay Packers on offense. On their own 35-yard line, Colts 16, Packers 10 on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard. A long drive there for the Packers in the 3rd period, offsetted by a 56-yard field goal by the Colts. And that's where we're at here now with Indianapolis leading by 6. Alongside Joe Wrights, I'm Matt Taylor. Green Bay getting ready for a 3rd down play so far in the game. They're 5 for 11 on 3rd down. Quarterback-wise for Green Bay, Malik Willis started the game, 6 for 14 in the first couple of series of the afternoon. Meanwhile, Taylor Elgersma hasn't been asked to do a whole lot in the passing game. He's 4 out of 7, but might pass here. Penalty on the play. Delivers over the middle. It's caught. 1st down and more across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Cornelius Johnson out of Michigan stopped to the 46. Gain of 11. Penalty on the play. This should be on the Colts.
Outside, defense number 96 lined up in the neutral zone. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is a 1st down.
That's Marcus Haynes, who the Colts picked up this week for some reinforcement along the defensive end position. Gain of 11, 1st down. So Green Bay will continue offensively. Meanwhile, for the Colts today, Joe, Daniel Jones started the game. First 2 possessions, 7 for 11 for 101 yards. Anthony Richardson in the first half, 6 for 11 passing for 73. Taylor Elgersma, play action, has all day to throw. Floating to the right, now he's going to take off 45 and is hit by the Colts and then just slid out of bounds around the 49-yard line. Gain of 3 on an improv scramble play there by Taylor Elgersma, pushed out of bounds by Isaiah Land for Indianapolis. So of the 2 quarterbacks today, Joe, did anybody catch your eye in terms of separating themselves?
I don't think necessarily, because the first drive Jones had, was a little bit shaky. They had the fumbled quarterback center exchange. He missed Warren on a route that he was open deep, but then he really settled in that second drive. He was right on the money. He was lights out. And then Richardson came in that first drive, laser focused, 6 of 7 on the drive. The ball was coming out quick, coming out on the money, led him to that touchdown drive. But then after that, there were a couple missed throws, a couple shaky moments there. So in my opinion, Matt, neither quarterback necessarily separated themselves from the other. I think overall, though, they both did some really good things. You'll go back, you'll watch the film, you'll make some corrections. But I know that's the question every Colts fan's mind right now is who's going to be the quarterback? When are they going to name the quarterback? Shane Steichen's been very honest that we'd like to do it sooner than later, but they're going to make the decision when they feel like the decision needs to be made. So, in my opinion, it's probably going to be sometime in the next week or so. Thinking you got a game a week from now against Cincy, then you got 2 weeks to go before the season really starts.
There's Amar Johnson on 2nd down with a run to produce 3rd and 3. Meanwhile, On third down, Taylor Elgersma went to the air and flew it down the right sideline and tried to connect to a receiver, and that is Isaiah Nair. And he is a young man out of Nebraska. That was well short of getting into the neighborhood of Nair to make a bid on the ball. So now it's 4th and 3 at the 47-yard line of the Colts. 13-19 to play in the game. Green Bay's going to go for it here. They're 2 for 2 on 4th down in the game. Both of those conversions happened on the first drive of the game. And before this 4th down play can start, we do have a stoppage on the field, a timeout.
First charge timeout of the half, Green Bay.
Taken by the Packers, so we will step aside. 13-19 to go in the fourth quarter. Timeout on the field. Colts 16, Packers 10. 4th and 3 for Green Bay at the Colts 47 when we come back on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Staff collaboration gives your team a competitive edge. The Colts use sharp interactive displays to help create, collaborate, and educate staff and players. These powerful tools connect to computers, tablets, smartphones, and multifunction devices to help drive results for presenters, coaches, and even the Colts GM on draft day. Leadership is driven through clear communication. How can Sharp Business Systems support your mission? Help communicate your message. Call us today at 317-844-0033 or go to sbsindiana.com.
At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we've spent 80-plus years in the business of fun. Expert fishing fun. Early morning hunting fun. Late night, need new cleats before tomorrow morning's game fun. Relaxing fun. Mouth-watering fun. So whatever fun adventure you're gearing up for, you'll find it for less at Academy Sports and Outdoors and at academy.com.
Midwest Landscape Industries offers professional services with sophisticated results. We provide a premier experience in every aspect of landscape consultation, service, and management for both estate and commercial properties. MLI specializes in managing your entire property and installation while effectively communicating throughout the process. We focus on landscape management, development, irrigation, and robotics for all of your project needs. Midwest Landscape Industries is proud to be the official landscape partner of the Colts. Visit MLI-IN.com to learn more about our services.
Hey, it's JMV. For all you need to know about the Colts, you lock this thing up right here on the Fan.
Colts fans, visit the Forum Credit Union Fan Forum section of Colts.com where you can interact with other fans online. You post a topic and participate in various discussions regarding the Colts. Forum Credit Union helping members live their financial dreams. Matt?
Quick look at scores around the NFL, brought to you by Kittle's Furniture, Indiana's home team since 1932. Detroit is leading Miami in the preseason 17-14, and Houston is leading Carolina 20-3 in H-Town, and New England on the road is beating the Vikings in Minnesota 17-9. Here, the Colts lead the Packers 16-10 on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard. 13-19 to play in the fourth quarter. With Joe Wrights, I'm Matt Taylor. Green Bay has the ball. It's 4th and 3 for them at the Indianapolis 47-yard line. They're going to go for it down by 6.
Great chance for the Colts defense to get off the field here and give the offense the ball back right at midfield.
Taylor Elgersma, rookie quarterback, out of the gun, looks left, scanning. Now he's going to throw over the middle. That's a catch and run. First down. 35-30 go the Packers, and they're going to weasel their way in for a big-time gain. That is Cornelius Johnson. He'll be stopped down with a knee touching down to the 29-yard line. Big play over the middle on 4th down, a pickup of 18 yards to move the sticks.
Yeah, just ran a little slant right out of the slot right there, Matt. The ball was kind of high, but he was able to corral it. Missed tackle by the Colts, and that allowed that big gain for Green Bay to get the ball down at the 30-yard line.
Elgersma, man, he's got talent. 6 for 10 in the passing game, but he was a Canadian superstar. Under center he goes. Fakes a counter, rolling out to the right side. Connects. A flag on the play, but there is a reception, and that's going to go to Johnny Lumpkin, the tight end out of Louisiana Lafayette. If the play stands, he's down inside the 20-yard line to the 18, and he picks up about 11. But there is a penalty on the play. Lumpkin, the third-year tight end.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 93. This penalty is enforced half the distance from the end of the run with an automatic first down.
That's going to make matters worse. So take the gain plus the penalty on Tim Smith, the defensive tackle draft pick on day 3 out of Alabama. That's going to move the ball down to the Indianapolis 9-yard line. So it's 1st and goal upcoming from there for the Packers. 12:25 and moving here in the fourth quarter. It's Green Bay trailing by 6. First and goal at the 9. They can take the lead here with a touchdown to the PAT. Gersma out of the gun, ball in the right hash. Shotgun snap to the quarterback. Hands off to Amar Johnson. Johnson bouncing off of tacklers, and he's into the end zone with second and third effort from 9 yards out. Amar Johnson, touchdown, and that ties the game here at the moment. We are deadlocked at 16 apiece with 12:07 to go in the fourth quarter. Amar Johnson, the rookie out of South Dakota State, into the end zone.
Yeah, and kind of a weird run right there, Matt. He got kind of stood up at the line of scrimmage, and he was almost sideways towards the line of scrimmage, but his feet were going. A couple pushes. The Colts never got a clean shot on him. A couple of his offensive line guys pushed him into the end zone there, but Green Bay takes the lead. Well, ties the game with a chance to take the lead there on that long run.
Mark McNamee on for the extra point to give the Packers the go-ahead point. It is up, and he missed it. He just shanked it wide left. So the game remains tied on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard. The Colts catch a little bit of a break there as the Packers go 9 plays, 70 yards, 4:05 of time of possession off of the clock. Johnson's 9-yard run ties the game. And that's the scoring drive brought to you by Sharp Business Systems, the official document solutions provider of the Colts. Amar Johnson had a rushing touchdown last week against the Jets, and one more there to tie the game at 16 with 12:07 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Colts will have the ball when we come back here at Lucas Oil Stadium in the fourth quarter on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Hey, contractors and skilled tradespeople, ready to take your career to the next level? The Mechanical Contractors Association of Indiana and UA Local 440 have teamed up to bring you an unbeatable labor management cooperative. We're talking top-tier training, unmatched safety standards, and quality you can trust. Don't miss out on this game-changing partnership. Visit MCAI and UA Local 440 today and join us in building a brighter, stronger future. Together, we don't just build, we excel.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because we know in making the most of your home, DIY doesn't just stand for do it yourself. It also means dream it yourself. And we're here to help protect the dreams you're building. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Colts fans, don't just watch greatness, sip it. Carbless is your new MVP. Premium, ready-to-drink cocktails with 0 carbs, 0 sugar, only 100 calories, and flavor that actually wins. Whether you're tailgating, couchgating, or celebrating a Colts win at Lucas Oil Stadium, Carbless is smooth, crisp, and never too bubbly. Carbless, proud partner of the Indianapolis Colts and proud to be your go-to game day cocktails. Available in the stadium and at your local retailers. Must be 21 and up. Enjoy your bliss responsibly. Visit drinkcarbless.com for details.
107.5 The Fan is your one-stop shop for the Indianapolis sports fan. Colts, Pacers, and insights from Kevin Bowen, Jay Query, JMV. Your home for Indy sports. 107.5thefan.com. If your car is less than 10 years old, there's likely something hidden in your radio. Another way for you to listen to The Fan. Go to 93.1 and look for the HD radio button. Press it and you'll hear The Fan everywhere. Everywhere.
This is Josh Downs, and you're listening to the Colts on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Mark McNamee kicks off to the Colts, taken by Indianapolis inside the 10, 20, 25. They cut to the left, and they're going to be brought down just short of the 30-yard line. Coleman Owen, the rookie wide receiver out of Ohio, on the return. And so Indianapolis has a chance to get some offense working here after the game has been tied by the Packers. Amar Johnson with a 9-yard run to pay dirt to tie the game. The extra point by McNamee was missed. He's missed today from 39, and also an extra point moments ago pushed left. The game tied at 16, 12:02 to go in the fourth quarter. First and 10 Colts around their own 30-yard line.
Great chance for Riley Leonard here to engineer a drive, get the Colts back ahead, and win this ball game.
Ulysses Bentley starts right. Good patient run, cuts it back. Good vision, cuts against the grain, and will be dropped down around the 33. Gain of 3 on the play, where he's brought down by Nazir Stackhouse, defensive tackle out of Georgia in on the tackle. So Again, both quarterbacks today vying for the quarterback job played well. Daniel Jones started. Anthony Richardson had the final 3 possessions until halftime. Riley Leonard has quarterbacked the Colts here in this second half exclusively. Here he is over the middle and tried to go over the middle on an RPO, but the pass was broken down at the line of scrimmage by a defensive lineman for Green Bay. We'll check the replay, but I think it was knocked down by Deslin Alexander. So now it'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Again, big third down here for the Colts. You got trips to the wide side of the field, backside tight end. Let's see if we can convert a third down here, get the first down, get the chains moving, and get this drive going.
Leonard, clean pocket over the middle, and that is a catch and a drag, and that's a haul in for Jelani Woods across the 40-yard line to the 43. He picks up 10. He had a drop pass earlier in the second half. He delivers there on third down to produce a first down for the Colts.
Really good play design there, Matt. You had 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field. They all come across. Woods slides underneath him. You'll see that a lot in the NFL. A lot of different crossing routes. There's a lot of traffic. Guys get rubbed off their route from playing man protection. Good throw and catch. Woods redeems himself for that drop earlier in the game, and a nice first down for the Colts to get this drive going.
1st and 10 for the Colts at the 44-yard line of their own territory. Here again is Bentley. He's going to crack it out and slash upfield close to the 50-yard line. At the 48, he's tackled. Gain of 4 on the play. So Bentley continues to be productive. But going back to the catch by Jelani Woods, big year for him. 3rd-year player out of Virginia last year, Joe. He suffered a serious turf toe in that second preseason game. It's good to see him back because he has not taken a regular season snap for this team in each of the last 2 years after being a draft pick in 2022. Riley Leonard throws to the right, flat on a slant. That's catch by Joe, and he will take tacklers into Green Bay territory to the Packer 43-yard line and get another first down.
Strong name, Matt. Strong catch right there. And the Colts are in business. You're on the right side of the 50. And going back to Woods, Matt, he's a guy who's made plays in meaningful games, regular season games. Unfortunately, he's missed 2 straight years from injuries.
Yep.
But that goes back to, the best ability is availability. And that's something Coach Dungy always said. Shout out, I know he was here earlier in the game, Ring of Honor member Coach Dungy. But, so for Woods, it's great to see him out here healthy, making catches and making plays.
Leonard on play action, rolling out left, caught again by Jelani Woods. Run after the catch, first down, and he's pushed out of bounds over the Packers' far side of the field. They're going to spot Woods out of bounds at the 32-yard line. He picks up 11 more. Jelani Woods with another first down catch for the Colts.
And, Matt, when you have a good running game and you got an athletic quarterback, those are easy throwing catches. You run a hard zone read to the right. Quarterback boots out left the other way. Jones is coming across the line of scrimmage, and the defense doesn't know. Is he coming across the block, or is he going out on a route? We've seen that 3 or 4 times today. Good play design, good action. Those are just kind of long handoffs that goes for the first down.
1st and 10 out of the pistol. It's Ulysses Bentley. Starts it up the middle, then breaks it out right outside the numbers, and he's going to run out of room. And they're going to say he goes out of bounds in front of the Colts sideline to the 31-yard line. So a lot of running east-west for Bentley just to pick up 1 yard. Shane Steichen on that play was really unhappy with the blocking up front. He had words for somebody over in the huddle, but
you love to see that. You just love to see Coach Steichen's intensity.
Yeah.
I mean, he is as intense as there is, and he's coaching all 11 different positions, whether it's the starters, the guys in here now. It's great to see.
Leonard in the pocket, spirals it left side, caught by Coleman Owen right at the sticks around the 22-yard line, and they are going to give him a first down as he rolls up to the 21. He needed 8, got 9 to the 21 of Green Bay. Another first down for the Colts. Indianapolis looking really impressive on this drive. They just picked up their 20th first down. In upcoming, this will be the 9th play of the possession just outside of that Coca-Cola red zone.
And talking about Bentley, the running backs, Goodson had the touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 1 carry, showed everybody what he needs to do, got out of the game. But, Giddens is somebody, Matt, that I'm really excited about. You just watch his running style. He has a vision. He has a patience that you don't see often, in younger players. And he's somebody I think is really going to help this Colts football team as a change of pace back to complement Jonathan Taylor.
Well, the game is tied at 16. On 1st and 10, the Colts kept it into the hands of Riley Leonard. And he ran upfield with a quarterback design run to the 19-yard line of Green Bay. It brings up second down and 8 as we approach 7:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Riley Leonard looking left, sends it in the far flat, caught by Bentley, catch and run, short of a first down. He's pushed out by a linebacker around the 14-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Bentley with a catch out of the backfield. He's been very active in the run game and the pass game so far here in this second half. That's going to take us down to about 7 minutes to go in the contest. Colts are looking to break the tie deeper inside that Coca-Cola red zone. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3 from the Green Bay 14-yard line.
And you say this about Leonard, but all the Colts quarterbacks. You get 3rd and 3 in the tight red zone. The athleticism of the Colts quarterbacks presents a unique challenge for defensive coordinators because you can throw the ball for the first down, but they're all athletic enough to tuck it and run too.
Leonard over the middle, zips it, and it's fumbled and dropped by a Joe around the 11-yard line. That would have produced a first down had he caught it cleanly. Instead, it brings up 4th down and 3 at the Green Bay 14. And on again is Spencer Schrader to break the tie with a field goal opportunity.
Yeah, and Joe would like to have that one back. Nice job there. Just a little bit behind him. And unfortunately was not able to bring it in. But let's see if Schrader can continue his perfect day here, Matt, on this more chip shot field goal.
32-yard effort. Ball on the left hash. Rigo Sanchez to hold it. He puts it down. Plenty of leg. Headed for the uprights on this one, and it is good. Spencer Schrader today is 4 for 4 with a long of 56. That one a chip shot field goal, but it does give the Colts the lead once more on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard. Now we're down to 6 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. It's the Colts 19, Packers 16, as the Colts go 12 plays, 56 yards, 5:29 of time, and Spencer Schrader knocks down a 32-yard field goal, and that's the scoring drive for the Colts. Brought to you by Sharp Business Systems, the official document solutions provider of the Colts. Indianapolis by 3, 6:38 to go in the fourth quarter. Packers with the ball when we come back on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Jan from Toyota here with live coverage of end of summer fun at Toyota's national sales event with my special guest, Eli Manning.
Thanks, Jan. Let's get into it.
Down by the lake for some fishing, we've got Eric in his Tundra. He throws his line, and he's going long.
Heck of a team effort there. That Tundra got him exactly where he needed to be.
Sure was, Eli. Until next time, go Toyota.
See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Dealer inventory may vary. Event ends September 2nd. Toyota. Let's go places.
You want your car to always look its best, but you don't want to spend all day buffing and polishing. That's why you need Lucas Slick Mist Speed Wax. It's the fastest way to a showroom shine. Just spray, wipe, and admire the results. Check out the entire line of Lucas Slick Mist products at lucasoil.com. Lucas Oil is the official oil of the Indianapolis Colts and is used throughout Lucas Oil Stadium. Lucas Oil. It works.
The newly expanded ER at Peyton Manning Children's Hospital is built for whatever comes your way, with more space and a team trained for the toughest plays. And when your child is seriously hurt or sick, you need more than a quick fix. You need a game plan. That's why when you leave the ER, we'll connect you with the right pediatric specialists for follow-up care. Learn more about our newly expanded ER at ascension.org/Peyton Manning Indy ER.
This is James Boyd, the latest on the Colts, weekday mornings at 7 on the Fan Morning Show.
Colts fans, Vivid Seats, buy tickets, earn rewards. Only in the Vivid Seats app. Vivid Seats, the official fan experience partner of the Indianapolis Colts. They take the lead 19-16 with 6:38 left in the fourth. Matt?
And Spencer Schrader today is 4 for 4 in the kicking game as he continues to track forward to take over the kicking responsibilities for this team in the regular season after the Colts released Matt Gay back in April. He's going to kick off left to right back to the Packers. Short end-over-end kick. And it's going to bounce around the 13-yard line. Played by Green Bay at the 10, 15, 20, 25. Numbers right side at the 30-yard line. Tackled by the Colts and then dragged forward up to the 32. And that's where the Green Bay Packers will start first and 10, as Casey said, with just about 6.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, with the Colts leading 19-16. New quarterback in the game for Green Bay. This is Sean Clifford. He's the third QB that the Packers have used this afternoon. And he is a veteran at this point in his career, third-year man out of Penn State. Played some college football, obviously, with Tyler Warren, the Colts' first-round pick, 14th overall back in April. First and 10 to the 32-yard line for Green Bay on the move right to left against this Colts defense. Changing the play at the line of scrimmage, perhaps. Ball on the right hash. Takes a snap. And now he's going to roll out to the left and completes a pass to Lumpkin, 35-40, outside the numbers, and then brought down near the Colts sideline. Johnny Lumpkin brought down by Alex Johnson to the 43. That's a gain of 11, and that produces a first down. And the first pass play for Sean Clifford is a completion. Clifford again out of Penn State, and he had a very good college career. He was a 4-year starter and tossed 20-plus touchdown passes in 3 of his 4 seasons inside the Big Ten. First and 10 to the 43-yard line near midfield now are the Packers. Straight give to a running back right up the gut, 45-yard line, then charging up to the 47. Then the forward progress will be stopped there for a Green Bay running back. We'll hash out who that ball carrier was. That is a new face in there. That is Tyrion Davis-Price. And he's a third-year player at a Louisiana State University in the SEC. They picked him up earlier this week. Gain of 5 on the play to the 48-yard line. Green Bay still in their own territory.
And, Matt, the play before to Lumpkin, Matt LaFleur liked it so much, he literally copied the exact same one that the Colts ran to Woods, the possession before, that little hard play action, naked bootleg, get the tight end out in the flat for an easy throw and catch.
Clifford under center. Play action, rolling out to his right, looking to throw the ball downfield. No one's open. Now he's going to check it down, and it's dropped, and that's going to be in and out of the reach of his intended receiver. That's Lumpkin again around the 50-yard line, so the Colts are fortunate that was not a completion. I'm not sure if it would have been a first down had he caught it, but it does bring up 3rd down and 5 near midfield.
And a great chance for the Colts here. 3rd and 5, get off the field, get the football back. Get yourself in a 4-minute offense and close the game out with the ball in your hands.
Clifford, a 5-time academic All-Big Ten player. Spent 6 years at Penn State. 3rd down and 5. He's out of the gun here. Tight end left, 2 receivers go to the right side. And he's going to give it off to a running back. And again, this is Davis-Price, the ball carrier. He's going to slash his way up to the Colts' 45-yard line and get a first down. And the sticks will move. Picks up 7 yards.
You've seen that trend change a lot in the NFL, Matt. You get the 3rd and 5 or 6 around midfield. Most teams are thinking we're going to play pass. They give it off on an inside run either to get 3 or 4 and make it more manageable, knowing you're going to go for it on 4th down, or sometimes you pick up a big gain right there and you get the first down.
Out of the gun goes Clifford, ball on the right hash. 1st and 10 to the 45-yard line of the Colts. Davis-Price stays in as the running back, and they give it to him right up the gut, and he's between the hash marks. And he's going to nudge the ball down to the 40-yard line and pick up 5 more. So that'll continue to move the clock here in the 4th period. Shagu Alubi for Indianapolis on the stop. You know, one of the things that I think the Colts do a great job of is, talking directly to the fan base. Colts owner Carly Ursay-Gordon, she was a visitor today on the Colts preseason television broadcast with Greg Rakestraw and Rick Venturi. And that happened during the 3rd quarter. We're going to give you a good quote from her on these Colts quarterbacks, the battle between Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones in just a second. 2nd down and 5. And it's Davis-Price probing and had nowhere to go, and he's wrapped up around the ankles by the Colts at the 39-yard line. Good solo tackle supplied for the Colts. B.J. Mays on the stop for Indianapolis, but Carly Ursay-Gordon, Joe, she said, quote, on the quarterback decision, it's a very expensive question. I think everybody's wondering about what the Colts are going to do. This is one of the best camps we've had in quite a long time, and one of the things we talked about in June is nothing makes the good things rise to the surface more than competition. They're competing in camp, but they've each done things very well. They've also made some mistakes, and Shane is going to have a tough decision to make, but I feel confident he's going to make the right decision. Meanwhile, 3rd and 4 here, and the Packers run it off tackle to the right, and they get it down to the 35-yard line and pick up 4 yards, close to a first down.
Field for virtual measurement.
Amar Johnson, the ball carrier, and that's going to bring up another virtual measurement.
Virtual measurement.
Yeah, the Skyhawk for a first down. That's the method now that the NFL is using with the chain gang now as a secondary tool to measure first downs. But Any thoughts on the quote there from Carly Ursay-Gordon on the tough call the Colts have to make decision-wise on the quarterback?
Yeah, I think Carly summed it up perfectly. It's not an easy call because if it was, you would have already made the decision by now. And I think both guys have shown at times that they can be the starting quarterback for this franchise, and there's been other mistakes that have limited both. But I think Carly's point was a great one in terms of the competition in that room, Matt, has raised and elevated the play of both Jones and Richardson. And further across the rest of the team, there was an increased focus on competition coming into camp. I know the Colts had their most competitive camp, their most physical camp in a while. Shane talked often, and they did a great job of situational football. Not just scripted plays, but we're going to go 2-minute drill. We're going to go sudden, no change, move the ball. We're going to have the Friday night practice, which is an old school scrimmage, which I think was awesome. More joint practices, more time in the preseason for the starters. So you hope that all that extra competition in a more spirited, competitive camp will lead your team to a fast start.
Well, there's a timeout on the field for the measurement, and we'll step aside. At the moment, the Colts lead 19-16 over the Packers. 2:42 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll tell you the ruling of the measurement when we come back in just a moment. You're listening to Colts football on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
A winning team works together for a shared goal. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is teaming up with the Colts to shine a light on outstanding small businesses. Indy is our hometown, and boosting local businesses is just one way we want to thank this great city. Go to Colts.com/Anthem Spotlight to nominate your favorite small business today. Anthem and the Colts, helping Hoosier small businesses score points. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc.
Listen up, Indy. This is the money-saving scoop from Citizens Energy Group. Turn off the water while brushing your teeth. Check faucets, toilets, and pipes for leaks. Do full loads of laundry to use water wisely. Save water to save money. The more you can conserve, the more you can save. Find more ways to save on your bill at citizensenergygroup.com.
Hey, contractors and skilled tradespeople, ready to take your career to the next level? The Mechanical Contractors Association of Indiana and UA Local 440 have teamed up to bring you an unbeatable labor management cooperative. We're talking top-tier training, unmatched safety standards, and quality you can trust. Don't miss out on this game-changing partnership. Visit MCAI and UA Local 440 today and join us in building a brighter, stronger future. Together, we don't just build, we excel.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Trax.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues. Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your Central Indiana Chevy dealers today.
We'll discuss this game and all things Colts weekdays at noon on Query & Company, 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Welcome back to Colts football. The ruling of the measurement was a first down in favor of the Green Bay Packers. And as we're coming back from break, they just ran a play on 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. Sean Clifford over the middle, incomplete with a penalty.
Spot foul, first down.
And it's going to go on the Colts. I think it's...
Correction, the foul is on number 43.
Yeah, that's how I saw it. That's on Ladarius Tennyson, his safety. So a pass play penalty on the Colts in the secondary will produce another first down for the Packers and will advance the ball deeper in Colts territory to the Indianapolis 26. The Colts lead the Packers 19-16 on the Rupp Mortgage scoreboard. 2:22 remaining in the game. And the Packers are threatening to at least get into a position to tie the game with a field goal. First and 10 to the 26-yard line. Green Bay on the move right to left. Sean Clifford under center, hands off to Amar Johnson. He's going to jump cut his way away from a Colts tackler in the backfield and then dart his way to the right and get a positive gain out of the play down to the 24 and picks up 2.5, maybe 3 depending on the spot. And that should take us down to the 2-minute warning. Packers not yet in the huddle, so we are exactly 2 minutes to go in the game.
This is a 2-minute warning.
And when we come back to play, Green Bay will face 2nd down and 7 of the Colts' 23-yard line here in the fourth quarter, trailing the Colts 19-16. We're back in just a moment on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
The newly expanded ER at Peyton Manning Children's Hospital is built for whatever comes your way, with more space and a team trained for the toughest plays. And when your child is seriously hurt or sick, you need more than a quick fix. You need a game plan. That's why when you leave the ER, we'll connect you with the right pediatric specialists for follow-up care. Learn more about our newly expanded ER at ascension.org/Peyton Manning Indy ER.
Your vehicle deserves the finest care and protection. That's why you need Lucas Oil Additives. Whether you need to solve a common automotive problem or protect your vehicle for the long road ahead, there's a Lucas additive to meet your needs. To see the entire line of products, visit lucasoil.com. Lucas Oil is the official oil of the Indianapolis Colts and is used throughout Lucas Oil Stadium. Lucas Oil. It works.
On Tuesday, August 26th, it's FanDuel Futures Day, a new holiday for football fans. It's 24 hours of deals on all your football season predictions. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your futures bets now, because Futures Day is one day and one day only. FanDuel, play your game. You must be 21 and present in Indiana. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Ladies and gentlemen, our departure has been delayed.
Yes! Are you kidding me, man? Why are you so happy?
I'm watching the game.
Seriously?
Yeah, with NFL Plus.
Get live, local, and primetime games on mobile with NFL Plus.
Unfortunately, our flight has been delayed another hour.
NFL Plus. Keep the NFL in reach.
MVP! Your home for Colts football is 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
2-minute warning here at Lucas Oil Stadium. The Colts hanging on for the time being. They lead the Packers 19-16, but Green Bay threatening 2nd down and 7. They've got the ball at the Colts' 23-yard line. Green Bay has 2 timeouts. The Colts have all 3 of theirs. Reminder, in the preseason, games can end in a tie. So even if Green Bay were to kick a field goal and tie the game only has 2 minutes remaining here in regulation.
So you got to think, Matt, here, Green Bay's saying, we're going to go for the win. I mean, you could kick the field goal and get a tie, but what does that really do you? So interesting if that changes up their play calls here. Again, you're the Colts, 2 minutes left. No matter who's on the field right here, you want to stand up, you want to get this win. You always want to win in Lucas Oil Stadium, build that culture of winning where this becomes one of the toughest places to play in the NFL.
Sean Clifford is the quarterback. Third-year veteran of Penn State. Ball between the hash marks under center. Has a lone back in the backfield. That's Amar Johnson. Play action to him. Rolling out right as Clifford throws across his body. The ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage, and in his face on the pressure was a Colts player barreling down on him. We'll check the replay, but the pass was broken up by the Colts. Clifford had a man in his face. That was Isaiah Land, who got his left hand up into the air and deflected the pass and prevented that from being complete. Now it is 3rd and 7 at the 23-yard line of the Colts with 1:54 remaining.
You saw that great tip by Land there. Nice athletic play, getting his paw up there. That's where you just hope the ball keeps fluttering up in the air. The longer that it floats up there, better chance you get interception. But 3rd and 7 now, Matt. Time for the D to stand up. Clifford
out of the gun. Cornelius Johnson in motion to the right side. The Colts are bringing pressure. Clifford in the pocket. Lofts one down the left side, and it is broken up, incomplete, into the end zone. Intended downfield. Intended for Isaiah Nair for Green Bay and broken up by the Colts. Well done. That was Ladarius Tennyson on the pass breakup. 4th down and 7.
And looks like the offense is staying on the field, Matt. So the Colts here can salt this game away if they can get a stop here on 4th down.
Offense is on the field for Green Bay. They're 2 for 3 on 4th downs. Check that, 3 for 3, I beg your pardon. This is 4th and 7 with the game on the line. At the 23-yard line of the Colts, Clifford out of the gun. Johnson in motion to the right side. Ball between the hash marks. Clifford backs the pass. Clean pocket now. Flushed out. Rolling left. He's at the 30. 25. He's at the 20. Flag on the play. Has a first down for the time being. He takes him out of bounds. Takes himself out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Picks up 9 on 4th and 7. But again, yellow flags on the field. Hang on just a second.
And it looks like it came in from the secondary, Matt, so we'll see if it's some sort of defensive holding on the Colts.
There are 2 fouls, both against the defense. Holding, defense number 53, that penalty is declined. Holding, defense number 36, that penalty is enforced 5 yards from the end of the run with an automatic first down.
All right, so 2 bad penalties on the Colts. Either way you slice it, take the result of the play or the penalty, it is going to produce a first down for the Packers. And now they are threatening first down and goal at the 9-yard line of the Colts. Green Bay with 2 timeouts in a minute and 41 seconds to try to take the lead here late in the game.
And we talk all the time, the great chance for situational football in the preseason, Matt. You got first and goal to go with the game on the line. Great opportunity for the Colts.
Clifford to Johnson, starts out up the middle, tried to break it out left, and he is taken down to the turf. Thrown down by Isaiah Land. Tackle for loss by the defensive end. Thrusting down the running back to the 11-yard line, and a loss of 2.
Indianapolis.
And the Colts immediately take a timeout. That was well played from every angle by the Colts defense. Now it's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And let's pause quickly, 10 seconds for station ID on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
From the DriveHubler.com studios, this is 93.5 and 107.5, The Fan.
WIBC HD2, W298BP, WIBC HD3, W228CX, Indianapolis.
So Green Bay trying to cap off a long drive here. Upcoming, this will be the 13th play of this possession. And we do have a timeout on the field before we get back to play. 2nd down and 2nd and goal from the 11. 1:37 to go in the game. Colts 19, Packers 16. Hang on, we're coming back for the final plays of this game in just a moment on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network.
Hey, Colts fans, score a big home win with a new Carrier home comfort system. Carrier offers a full lineup of efficient solutions for a range of heating and cooling needs and price points. Visit Carrier.com/Colts to start exploring the perfect system for your family. Carrier, proud partner of the Indianapolis Colts. Turn to the experts.
At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we've spent 80-plus years in the business of fun. Expert fishing fun. Early morning hunting fun. Late night, need new cleats before tomorrow morning's game fun. Relaxing fun. Mouth-watering fun. So whatever fun adventure you're gearing up for, you'll find it for less at Academy Sports and Outdoors and at academy.com.
Popsicles, sprinklers, a cool breeze. Talk about refreshing. You know what else is refreshing this summer? A brand new phone with Verizon. Yep. Get a new phone on any plan with Select Phone Trade-In and My Plan. And lock down a low price for 3 years on any plan with My Plan. This is a deal for everyone, whether you're a new or existing customer. Swing by Verizon today for our best phone deals. 3-year price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate only. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
Hey, this is JMV. Join me weekday afternoons at 3 on 107.5 and 93.5 FM, The Fan.
Back here at Lucas Oil Stadium, 2nd down and goal for the Green Bay Packers at the Colts 11-yard line. Colts lead 19-16, 1:37 remaining in the game. Green Bay has 2 timeouts. The Colts have a pair of timeouts as well. Green Bay still in the huddle. Packers operating right to left in your mind's eye here at Lucas Oil Stadium. 13th play of the drive as they break the huddle. Green Bay in the white, Colts in the blue. Sean Clifford, the veteran tight end, or quarterback rather, out of Penn State, out of the gun. Takes a handoff, rolling left. He's at the 10, he's at the 5. He's going to run in, untouched, touchdown. Quarterback run by Clifford, 11 yards. Sean Clifford into the end zone, and Green Bay has the lead with 91 seconds to go in the game. It's the Packers 22 and the Colts 19.
Yeah, Matt, they ran the little RPO, the same one the Colts ran with Richardson in the first half, where you fake the give, you got a receiver running with you. If the defender comes up to play the quarterback, you dump it over the top, which the Colts did. This time, Colts stay with him. Clifford, easy run into the end zone. So, unfortunate right there, but positively, the Colts still got 2 timeouts, Matt. You got a minute 30. It'd be a great chance for Leonard to drive down and try to win this football game for Indy.
On for the extra point, driving it up and good is Mark McNamee. So now the deficit for the Colts is 4, which means they have to get a touchdown to win the game with 91 seconds to go, 1:31 And the Colts have 2 timeouts, 13 plays for the Packers. And it covers 68 yards, 5 minutes and 7 seconds of time of possession. And it was the feet of Sean Clifford doing the damage there, 11 yards out for a touchdown. And that scoring drive brought to you by Sharp Business Systems, the official document solutions provider of the Colts. And just from a business standpoint, earlier in the game, we did have a stoppage for the review from the Skyhawk, a virtual first down measurement. And that second opinion was brought to you by Ascension St. Vincent. Get a second opinion at Ascension St. Vincent. Find a doctor near you at ascension.org. So both teams are on the field for the kickoff. Green Bay will do it and unload it from the 35-yard line. Colts have a pair of return men around the goal line. Coleman Owen. Also back there is Ulysses Bentley IV. So a pair of rookie undrafted free agents at the skill player positions on offense. Packers 23, Colts 19. McNamee kicks it off, hangs it up there. It's returnable. Taken by Coleman Owen. The numbers near side of the 3, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's at the 30-yard line and spun down, numbers near side. Just short of the 33. Now, gaggle of Packers bring him down. Lead the charge there was on special teams, Jared Bartlett, one of their backup linebackers. So set the stage here, Joe. We got a backup quarterback, another quarterback into the game for the Colts. This is Mr. Jason Bean, the first time we've seen him in the preseason.
Yeah, Bean did some things last year well in the preseason, developmental guy in the practice squad. Matt, you got a golden opportunity. You're 68 yards away from the end zone. You know you need to get a touchdown, so it's 4-down territory. Minute 22 on the clock. Colts got 2 timeouts.
Bean backs the throw, gives ground, and will relinquish it upfield. Short pickup around the 34-yard line. Gain of only 2. And on the catch was Coleman Owen. So Bean in his second year out of Kansas, boy, he had a great preseason last year. He completed almost 79% of his passes and averaged 10.5 yards per attempt last year in the preseason for the Colts. Here he is back in the throw, feeling pressure, rolling to the right side, throws upfield across his body. That's a comeback catch. Sliding grab on the turf made by Coleman Owen. First down up to the 48-yard line. Colts still in their own territory. Pickup of 13, and we're under a minute to go here now. The clock is moving as we approach 40 seconds to go in the contest. Colts are down by 4, going quickly here. 23-19. Bean flushed out of the pocket right side. Again throws upfield. That's a catch. It's Owen again to the Packers 31-yard line. That's a 21-yard pickup. First down, Colts. And I think the Colts have called another timeout.
Timeout of the half, Indianapolis. It will be 30 seconds.
I'm telling you, in some ways, this is the most exciting part of the game.
He's rolling. 3 straight completions. They did a good job getting back on the ball each time. You save your timeouts in that last one, Matt. You should have seen Shane Steichen. He was running a 4.40 down the sideline to get to the ref saying, we want a timeout right here. But to set the stage, the Colts are on the 31 seconds to go in the game. You still got 1 timeout, so you can use the whole middle of the field. But ideally, you'd like to try to get out of bounds. Conserve that timeout if you need to.
Jason Bean, 6-year man in college, spent his first 3 years at North Texas before he transferred to Kansas. He's a late bloomer. He didn't start playing football until his 7th grade, and he was just a stud athlete growing up. He played baseball, was a great pitcher, and that led to a really good college career at Kansas. 31 seconds to go. First and 10 for the Colts at the plus 31-yard line. Bean backs the throw. Again floats out to his right. Pocket breaks down. Throws upfield. That's high over the head of Jelani Woods around the 20-yard line. Every time Bean is being pushed out of the pocket and rolling right and then thrown across his body. But that time, just a little bit too tall for the big target, Jelani Woods. And now it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. The Colts with 1 timeout remaining in the game. 25 seconds to go. And the Colts need a touchdown here, trailing 23-19.
And again, with your timeout left, Matt, you can use the whole field. But if you're going to complete it inbounds, you got to make sure you get a chunk play and get some yardage that gets you closer to the end zone.
Bean out of the gun. Those that have stuck around are making a lot of noise here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Owen, slot receiver left. Bean backs the throw in the pocket. Protection. Offs it downfield, and that is incomplete. Just some miscommunication there between he and Jelani Woods again on the receiving end of that pass. And that ball landed about 4 or 5 yards out of bounds around the 5-yard line towards the goal line, and Jelani Woods was sitting around the 10. So now it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Colts at the Packer 31.
Yeah, Woods broke in there, and then Bean threw the ball like he was going to run a corner out to the outside. So here we go, Matt. 3rd down, you got 2 chances to go.
Ball in the near hash for Bean. Ulysses Bentley, the running back, right, and I think the Packers have called
second charge timeout of the half. Green Bay will be 30 seconds.
So the Colts have used all 4 of their quarterbacks this afternoon. The last possession here belongs to Jason Bean. Riley Leonard started the second half after Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson split up the possessions in the first half. Jones 7 for 11, Richardson 6 for 11, Riley Leonard 7 for 12, and Jason Bean so far in this possession 3 out of 5. He started 3 for 3 and then back-to-back misfires here. 19 seconds to go. Green Bay with a 4-point lead, 23-19. Elsewhere, Miami leads Detroit 24-17. And some finals from earlier. Tennessee beat Atlanta 23-20. And Seattle knocked off Kansas City 33-16. 3rd and 10. Bean out of the gun. 4 receivers into the pattern. Takes a shotgun snap. Looks left. Feeling the pressure. Rolls to his right. Throws upfield. And it's out of the fingertips of Ulysses Bentley, the 4th, around the 25-yard line. That would have been a gain of about 6. Not enough for a first down. So the Colts still have some hope here. It's 4th and 10, though. They're down to their final possession or final play of this particular set of downs. 13 seconds to go, and they have to find the end zone.
They do. And not necessarily. You get the first down with your timeout still left. You just got to get at least 10 yards. So a lot of pressure on that last play. Bean did a good job of not taking a sack. But here we go, Matt. The hopes and dreams hinge on Bean right here.
This is the first 4th down try of the game for the Colts. Bean out of the gun. In motion is Coleman Owen back to the left side. Shotgun snap for Bean. Feeling the pressure. Pass time. Throws downfield for Jelani Woods. Makes the catch of the pylon. And he is out of bounds at the 1-yard line for a gain of 30. 6 seconds to go. And the Colts are 1 yard away from possibly winning the game.
Pandemonium right now in Lucas Oil. The fans are going nuts. He had Woods down the sideline. Great ball. Woods with the super contested catch. Matt, we got to go to the replay. That might have been a touchdown.
Well, as it stands now, Woods was pushed out of bounds right at the pylon at the 1-yard line. And judging by the video replay I saw, boy, it is awfully close. It all depends on where that nose of the ball tracks over the airspace of the pylon.
And again, under 2 minutes, that's all booth review. You cannot challenge it, so we'll see if they go up top.
After review, the ruling is an incomplete pass.
Well, what is that?
I thought they were taking a look at where the nose of the ball was, not whether or not Jelani Woods caught it.
To 7 seconds.
I thought they were too, and he gained possession of the ball, Matt, so I wonder if that second foot, as they slow it down on the replay, touched out of bounds. He didn't quite get both feet in.
Wow, I did not see that coming. They put 1 second back on the game clock, so 7 seconds remain. That's going to go down as an incomplete pass, and that is a turnover on downs for the Colts, because that was 4th and 10, remember. I don't see what part of this sequence, Joe, Jelani Woods does not have possession. Is it when he comes down to the ground? Does he hang on to it?
When he came down to the ground, the ball moved slightly, but his arm stayed under it the whole time. Shane Steichen's not happy. The fans certainly are not happy. We're not happy. We just want some clarity on what happened here.
Well, I think that's the part of the equation that just didn't add up, is Jelani Woods taking the ball all the way through the catch and all the way through the contact of hitting the ground. You know, it's one of those things where every year we always ask ourselves, what is the definition of a catch? And I think that was the last missing piece of it as we watch the replay for, the 4th or the 5th time. But that was a terrific pass.
There's two things. I'm wondering if they saying he didn't have possession, didn't get both feet in, or if the ball moved slightly and he didn't, quote, complete the catch. Either way, we got a lot of angry fans, I think, and justified inside Lucas Oil Stadium.
So it's a turnover on downs because of the incompletion call ruled on the field. So victory formation for the Packers. Colts have 1 timeout, and there is a knee taken by Sean Clifford, and the Colts will not use that last timeout and will accept the loss here in the preseason. You can hear the chorus of boos and disapproval of how the game ends and how that last Jelani Woods catch, no catch resulted into an incomplete pass here at Lucas Oil Stadium. So a very anticlimactic finish here at Lucas Oil in preseason game number 2, and it belongs to the Green Bay Packers. It's Green Bay 23 and the Indianapolis Colts 19. The final score on the Ruoff Mortgage scoreboard as both teams get on the field and shake some hands, and the Colts fall to 0-2 in preseason play so far. Green Bay gets their first win in exhibition play, knocking off the Colts here today. So they are now 1-1 as both teams head into the last week of training camp and preseason play before the regular season gets underway the week after Labor Day. Again, the Packers 23, Colts 19 is how it finishes here in downtown Indianapolis. When we come back, we'll continue to wrap it up and get you set and ready to go for the fifth quarter huddle postgame call-in show and get Joe Wright's final thoughts on today's action and what we saw from the offense in terms of the quarterback battle, what we saw from the starters defensively with Lou Anarumo now pulling the strings for the Colts defense.